Hi guys, how's it going? This is Friday night, this is Just Jack. Oh no, wait, wrong show.
Well, you're still just Jack, but
I am still Just Jack. I am still Just Jack.
at least for another
Just Jacks.
30 seconds.
Let me just do a little zoom on my camera. I don't like being this far out. So we're missing a JD, and Aki's running late, which is why we're broadcasting a bit late, but it doesn't mean it's be a particularly short session. But, you know, it is what it is. At least we're getting a session, which we might not have for another month or two after this, because everyone is a loser.
Boo.
We'll figure it out.
I've got to have my health check, so...
Yeah, but for those people who still want their
maybe not,
D&D fix, I do hear that a certain DJ Sarge is running a Sunday session.
I'm
Kill
also
all
thinking
players.
in one of the missing weeks, or in both the missing weeks, I'm thinking of running a little mini alien scenario.
There you go. All sorts of things kicking off on channel.
Speaking of kicking off on channel, come on, let's have at ya. Right, let's go. It feels weird to be two men down. I think one man down was like, we could run a little bit late, but now there's two down. I feel a bit weird. Let's get the competition description out of the way.
Okay, I'll try not to rush it too much this time, which means I'll screw it up even more. So, if we roll a natural 1 or a natural 20 on
I have a story on
D20,
that. I trained my dice earlier. I rolled a couple of dice, and then I rolled two dice together on camera as soon as the camera went live, and I rolled a 1 and a 20, one on each dice. It was amazing.
Nah, but you got to know, do you have a sneaky dice? When you're training them and you roll them, they roll as 20s. But when you get into the game, pure junk.
I'm also ready with some 20 action today.
oh,
please.
you got the good one. So so on DM day you had the 1.
Yeah.
On player day you have the 20.
I feel I've got to pull you out of your doldrums, Gaz. Sorry, carry on with the competition. 1 or a 20, what happens?
Yes, we put crit win or crit fail in the channel. You repeat it, the bot counts it. At the end of the show, for each roll, we will do a roll and pick a winner. Each of those winners gets a ticket. At the end of a period of some kind, nominally when we get to $100 or the end of the year, we do a roll of some kind against those tickets, and whoever wins gets the pot. It may or may not be behind the bar, or a Steam voucher, or something.
Oh, someone's muted.
I'm slightly concerned with Tracy's message. Crit win or crit fail, and I will do the job for you guys. Ooh, misses. I mean, I'm not. You know, I'm not even going to go into this gutter with that one. It's too easy. It's too easy. You know what I mean? Far too easy. Okay, I mean, oh, right. I suppose we can get the recap out of the way, and then we'll just me and Gaz will just start this. We don't need anyone else with us. Let's just we're just gonna go.
The stealing.
Yeah. By that means we get all the cool loot.
It really does.
Well, shiver me timbers and blow me down is what I say. I had to do it. I'm sorry. Right. So, we finally found the ingots that we've been sent out by pretty much everybody to find from Bryn Shander. They've been stolen by a random wandering group of goblins. That's a lot harder to say than you think. Random wandering group of goblins. Random wandering group. I can't do it.
The Wimbles have wombled in common a wee.
We tried to make a deal with these crazy goblins, but it took a weird turn, and instead we ended up in conflict. Toxeros and JD locked in the back of a wagon with a whole group of these guys, and only one of them made it out alive. One of them. Toxeros and JD are fine. We decided to let him go with a warning of sorts. The leader of this band did not get away, though, so easy. After trying to torch his own men, and ours, he is now polar bear food. His last words still ringing in my ears. Lord Yabnok will kill you all. The last thing you'll ever see will be your friends thrown from the ramparts of Kolkalok.
I wonder where that is. Could have asked someone that.
We did ask the Bugbear about this, and he told us that your Labnock was the new leader of the goblins and bugbears. He took over after the Frost Maiden arrived, believing that they should be out pillaging and getting what they need. and now he responds to anyone who questions his rule by throwing them from the walls. It was that information that led us to let him go, feeling he wouldn't go back with that threat hanging over him. Toxie found an iron whistle, which seems to summon a hawk that had been circling overhead. He likes to make new animal friends. We need to figure out how to return to Bryn Shander with these 300 iron ingots and decide who we give it to. Meanwhile, we're only a short trip away over from the Lonely Wood. Maybe it's high time we try and cure Glamrius of his curse. I can't believe you're cursed.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I like the word curse. Right. So, let's do a little bit of... I think actually, we're going to go over to...
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if someone wants to move the Twitch camera a tad...
1 second. Are we in good weather or bad weather, and is it day or night?
You came up in a blizzard, which cleared. And then, immediately as you started this part of the story, a blizzard descended on you. Or rather ironically. I would say that... Yeah, it's kind of halfway through that blizzard. It's still going on around you. I don't know whether you want to take a short rest or not. You are floating around at about the 1 o'clock-ish, 2 o'clock-ish mark of the day. So you've got just a little bit light left before you're travelling in the dark.
Okay. Right, let me get to my maps. I think we're just about over here. This is one of the nice weather ones because it's sort of easing off, so...
Right. Would
Out of
you guys
curiosity,
take
what
it?
is your dice cam pointing at? Kind of got a mini skull on it or something.
That is my new glasses case from Timberland.
Okay.
It makes a good rolling surface.
Okay, yeah. I could see like a mini skull. I was like, very on theme. I wasn't sure what it was.
Hey, we've got a JD.
Yes. I've been here the entire time. You just haven't seen me.
You just were invisible. You just forgot to turn your camera. Right, so we have... So, essentially, where did we... So we looted, didn't we, already? We've already looted.
You looted. Someone found a whistle. JD, I think, is holding on to 2 potions of animal friendship. We split up the gold.
And I have a scroll.
Someone has a scroll of enhance ability.
Me.
I don't know who can cast that, but someone definitely can in your group. So someone's holding on to that. What are you doing? You've got ingots that you need to do something with. That's where we left it.
So, I was going to speak to the group and say, look, now I understand there's a risk inherent with this, but I feel we need to try and help some of the people of Bryn Shander. What I was thinking is if we were to separate some of the ingots, we could give the majority to the Zentarum, because having that kind of contact could be quite useful. He wouldn't give us as much as a reward as we were hoping, but we can say, look, this is what we got. And then we could keep like 100 ingots aside and maybe give them to the local blacksmith, making sure he does good deals for the town, but keeps it on the low kind of situation.
I mean, I can't think of a better plan.
I can't believe you've got that on-air sign behind you, Glamrius. They're selling that in the shop around the corner, and I'm buying one this weekend. We're going to have the exact same sign. Honey, he's got the sign from the Zoo House shop.
Honey, he shrunk the
came,
kids.
That one came from Temu. The important bit is, can you control it with your Stream Deck?
Okay, so how much is it on Temu?
I don't know.
£5.
Something. it was more than I would normally spend on Temu. But
it works, right? And you can control it from the Steam Deck.
Not normally. I'm using a smart USB thing that I can. Yeah. It's a
Okay,
thing.
we're gonna have to work
Probably
on that.
Conversation for not to.
Yeah. Well, we're waiting for the boss to turn up, aren't we? So you know what I'm saying.
True.
So I'll be like, I mean, either way, for now, what I think is we put 200 on the sled. We get Brian to pull the sled, and we then throw another 100 into the ring.
Well, so initially we aren't at the sled, are we? Because we left the sled.
The sled's back with Brian. Only it wasn't that far. We brought it sort of close, and then we walked to here. We didn't leave it all the way back there. We were bringing it with us.
Were we? Okay.
Yes, Brian was pulling it so that we would have the sled for the iron ingots when we found them.
Okay, cool. Handy, right?
So I'd imagine we'd spend sort of 20, 30 minutes separating the ingots, putting some on the sled, securing them, getting Brian kind of hooked up ready. And then what we'll do, DM Type, is we'll go in the mansion. Oh, wait, wrong campaign. Imagine having the mansion here. But then what we'll do is we'll set up a little lean-to.
You've got a teeny hut.
We'll set up the lean-to. We'll create Liamon's tiny hut, which is enough. But if we're clever with this and we use trees and maybe any of the wood that's left from the thing, we can probably set up a little shelter for Brian with the sled into the hut for us, and we'll have a nice little covered sleepy time.
Okay, so you're going to set up tiny hut. So, because there is a blizzard on and it's a concentration spell, you do actually have to make me a Constitution saving throw to see whether you can cast it.
Constitution saving throw. That's 22.
22. Absolutely no problem. You know, you make that little shelter for Brian, and as you're huddling in the shelter, you cast tiny hut next to it. I imagine a bonfire appears in there.
Almost certainly.
Of course it does.
as you start to wait out the blizzard. Now, as you get inside, Captain Jax, you notice.
Wait, we get inside Captain Jax? Wow. Hey now. Different kind of bonfire.
He actually has to stay in that. If he leaves it, it disappears. So, as Captain Jax, as you go inside there, right, you notice that Glam Reyes is sort of lingering outside. So, kind of looking back at the scene. Glam Reyes, as you look around the clearing, seeing the bodies, the destruction, the viscera, the pooling blood slowly freezing in the snow, you feel
At home.
a tinge of pride. Can that be right? Pride? Is that the right feeling right now? Give me a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Natural 20. It looks like a natural 20. Just say it's a natural 20.
It's not. It's an 8.
It's an 8. No, no.
And my charisma is -1 as well. So.
Jesus.
For reference, by the way, the DC is 13. Okay. As you look out, no, pride is the right feeling. Look at what you've done. It's a masterpiece. You wonder when the next time combat will find you. And it excites you to be able to create something like this again.
I thought we shouldn't have been listening. This should have been a private room for this one. I thought we'd been given special treatment.
Well, one of you hasn't heard it. Anyway, for the next 24 hours, your alignment is changing to true neutral.
Okay.
You're not good. You're not evil. You're out for yourself. Friends are people to be used. The world is there for the taking. So as you make your decisions over the next 24 hours, just remember these 5 words. What's in it for me?
Okay.
Is that neutral? That's a little evil. Neutral is I don't give a shit. Whereas, like, evil's like, what's in it for me? But okay.
Well,
No,
it's not.
evil
It's
is
just
active
a
and good is
it's a
active.
questioning. That's it. It's more questioning what's in it for me, not a. Not
Evil
actively.
is...
It's not taking it all for me. It's just questioning what I get out of it. Yeah. So, do I, either as me or as my character, have any feeling if this is more related to the shard or the greyness or a combination?
I think if you'd succeeded that charisma saving throw,
You might know more, yeah, but right now you don't give a fuck.
You might feel like something's amiss. Right now, you're kind of leaning into it.
Yep. Fine.
Right. JD.
Good job I didn't roll that earlier, otherwise the panther would have taken that guy's head off.
JD.
Me.
You, as you settle into your short rest, Azarech
Long rest.
begins to commune with you. So he says, he's high pitched, isn't his voice? JD, over these last few moons, I feel like we have come to know each other quite well.
Oh my god, he's getting hit on by an axe. Would you mind stroking me this one more time?
I like the way you throw me around.
Sorry, DM.
Sorry,
carry on.
DM. Sorry.
We'll have to introduce a bucket of lube at some point.
Oh, God. Rub that shaft.
Don't put me up there again, please, JD. It's just weird up there.
Fucking hell.
This show got dark quick, didn't it?
It's Zaki's fault.
It's Aki's fault. He's a moral compass.
Sorry, he was talking to me and saying something about we got close. Yep.
Oh, you come to know each other quite well.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. Absolute dicks. Okay. I wanted to talk to you about what just happened.
Okay.
Now, I've been a stalwart defender of Waterdeep for centuries. I am no stranger to death and to violence. But something about that encounter makes me feel uneasy. Goblins are wretched creatures, but they did not attack us. They only wished to bargain.
Oh, sorry, DM. Just to clarify, I held an action specifically that waited until they attacked us.
I think a dragon sprayed fire into their little.
I think I wasn't there to see that.
Anyway, so Azarej,
Yeah.
the gist of it, because you guys are talking all over, the gist Azarej is not. He's not very. He's conflicted about that. The goblins are kind of evil. They're generally no good, but it feels almost to him as if the group has taken a little bit of a turn there. And he says to you as well, when we journeyed with your group in Waterdeep, there were 2 among you who were lawful. Now I fear I sense none.
Can I just clarify, DM? Can you remind me what the, let's say, goblins are what? Evil? Natural evil?
Goblinoids are more. Well, goblins are more. They're not good.
Yes. So, in a general sense, not trying to like take your story away from you that you're trying to get at, but I would say that Azarej would have no problem killing goblins. Sure, he'd have an issue with the party alignment changing.
But what I would say is, he isn't good or evil. He is lawful.
Yes, this isn't really. Yeah,
It's not a good and evil. You have to. That's the one thing that a lot of people get. So evil is evil. You want to do bad things and you're in it for yourself. Good is you're good. You want to do good things. Neutral means you're in the middle of the road. Lawful means you follow the rules, not necessarily good rules.
So it's the who shot first, like with the Han Solo thing. And Toxie shot first.
To a,
But I was on the other side.
to a small point, I obviously cast the spell first, was the hypnotic pattern. And we were, I mean, whatever happened, there happened. But
Azarej isn't upset with you. He's just uneasy about the company that you keep.
That's fair.
Okay.
And the way that we're going. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I started as chaotic evil in this, so I'm going in the right fucking direction, is all I'm saying. I couldn't get any fucking worse.
All right. That's okay. Sure. I'll go back. I'll stop being thinking you're trying to take Azarej away from me again. And
No, I'm not. But
Not again!
As he's saying this, and you look around, you do see Glamrea standing outside the tiny hut,
Smiling.
looking at the array of bodies with a kind of smirking grin.
Okay. I think I know where I'm going to go with this. I'll say.
Like a Mr. Burns. Excellent.
And again, it's not one character whose alignment has changed.
So as I look around, as he's sort of saying this and sort of noticing the atmosphere has changed, and almost like who they were at the beginning 2 days ago when this started. Literally, the campaign started 2 days ago, guys. It's ridiculous.
No, it's been no idea. A day is 4 hours. We've actually gone through about a month since we fucking
I
got
was
to
going
the
to say,
north.
this campaign is actually going so much
It's
quicker than the last one
ridiculous.
because we're
So
just
many
sleeping
long
all
rests.
the time.
Jesus. Okay. But I'll telepathically speak to Azarage and say, I see what you mean. I get the same feeling. However, I do wonder if we're not part to blame. The events that happened in Waterdeep, getting them to come with us, using them with the Greyhands. I mean, poor Glamreus got turned to stone because of us. I know I saved the others with some quick-witted comments, but it's still our fault, is it not?
Oh, he saved the others. I can't believe I'm not there. I can't believe we can't comment.
It's all telepathically.
I know.
Yeah.
I did
Indeed,
save you. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Just
Indeed, JD. I fear we must hurry and cleanse Galambreus before his soul is lost to us. But what of Toxeros? Because Toxeros'
feel-
alignment has changed, and
Yeah.
no one, that
When did that
is just
happen?
unspoken right now.
When did that happen? I don't remember that happening.
Oh,
he
DM
drank.
background
He
stuff.
drank. He drank a drink.
He did drink a drink.
He
I guess
drank
if
a
no
drink,
one
but then-
one knows,
No, we
and
don't
he's
know.
Just said this. If he's just said this to me, I'll say,
Yeah.
wait.
You would have to ask Toxeros, to be honest.
I was
It's
going to
not a
say,
DM.
it's more, I mean,
No.
we noticed he flipped a coin. I mean, okay, in game we didn't, but we noticed he flipped a coin as to whether to kill the person last session.
Okay,
He's got
that's
to
a
know
fair
something.
point.
Definitely something.
That's a fair point. But I will give it. If Azarage has noticed that his alignment has changed, because Azarage would.
That is all I can say.
I know, but that gives me something, and I'll turn around to Azarage and I'll say, wait, when did you sense this? When did this change?
It's been gradual, like a flickering light,
Sorry, guys.
a lantern in the wind, almost blowing out, as if a flame could be rekindled, but is about to be snuffed forever.
That was so poetic.
Either asked that all night. All right.
You say I don't put work in.
All right. Interesting. Okay. I'll say to Azarage, all right. There's something wrong with the team. Let me know if anything else changes.
You have my sword, you have my axe, JD. No more.
Rub my
Right.
shaft.
If you
Okay.
think you're sticking me in that, you've got another thing coming.
Oh my god.
So,
Right. So are you short resting or long resting? Because it's the middle of the day, more or less.
I thought it was nighttime.
No, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
You could roughly get here and back again,
No, we can.
roughly in one day. Part of it at night, but you could have.
It's taken us
It's
like
about
3
1 o'clock in the
days to
afternoon.
get here. Oh no, we went to the little town. Yeah,
Well,
we
you
popped the
headed
town.
out on
We'll
horseback.
head if we can we'll take a short rest and if we can get back that'd be good.
Okay, so
Are
by
we
the
going back to take the ingots back, or are we going up to the hut?
well, by the time you finish an hour's long short rest, you're getting towards the end. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Sunlight here only really lasts from 10 till 2. What sunlight there is. You're getting to the end of the light period, and the blizzard will have died down by then. So it's starting to be very dusky, and the stars and things are starting to come out. So it's a clear sky there.
So I would turn round too. So would I have spot? Obviously, I don't have an axe that's told me anything. My alignment is switching in the other direction. Would I have spotted any of this? Would I have seen Gaz smiling as he looked over the corpses, or felt
Well,
anything
I did
from
say you
Toxie
saw
or
him
not?
waiting outside, so give me a perception check.
Okay. Where's my mouse got gone? There we go. 7? 7.
I'll let you do the math there.
Do you know, I'm looking at the scroll, and as I'm looking around through my party, and I look over at James, JD, which, sorry, not James. His name is it Jack? Jay. As I look
JD.
over at J Dark,
Oh,
as I look over at J Dark, I would, I'd see him talking to see him maybe look a little bit concerned, and all you can, anyone who could read my mind at that point would just see some kind of like energizer. I have fucking no idea what's going. I'm like,
that's sort of rest, isn't it?
This snow's great, isn't it? Oh. I got one. Ah. Anyway, that's a lot of dead bodies around here, isn't there? All right, Toxie, how you feeling, bro?
Evening.
Evening, sir. Evening. Welcome to the show.
Apologies for my delay. I've literally just got off the AGM meeting.
You missed some classic us ripping the shit out of the DM, which is never going to bode well for the rest of the session.
No, it's not, is it?
It is not.
Right, so yeah, short rest up.
Do owlbears eat goblin meat?
Owlbears would eat any sort of meat.
I think he should get his fill in while we're in a short rest then.
Well, to be honest, it's already...
Oh, Azaraj has just messaged me again after Glam's comment. He's like, oh,
why
Glam's
are you?
definitely
Why are
going
you a space escape?
Just so I can eat real quick.
Oh, that's fine.
I am the universe now.
And the universe is eating. Right, so we'll rest up. We'll set
Did you want to
ourselves.
fill Toxeros in on anything else meta related, or do you just want
I
to kick
mean,
off?
ultimately, what he missed, and to be honest, we shouldn't have heard it. So, but basically, as well as you doing whatever you're doing, Glam Reyes was looking over the corpses with a smile on his face.
Feeling proud, I think.
Feeling proud, not a smile. Yeah, it's just kind of like, we did well here.
Well...
Do you know what I mean? And Azaraj just had a little chat with JD about the alignments of the group changing, and in fact, currently there is no. But the thing is, he wouldn't. Can he sense full alignment then? So he can sense full. And he said there was no.
You can't sense good and evil. You can just sense lawful and non-lawful.
Right. And he says that people's
actually,
alignments are changing.
I believe it said he can. I need to double check this because we say it.
You can sense non-lawful. Non-lawful. You can look that up while we move in.
Yeah, he can sense the presence of non-lawful creatures within 120 feet. So if he could detect someone before and he can't now, they're clearly no longer.
He can detect me every fucking day of the week. That's all I'm saying.
It's presumably getting gone from not sensing to... There's a tingle. Yeah. There's a tingle. Spider senses going on.
So sensing that the party is changing and that there's no one really lawful at the moment. We're all a bit evil, basically.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Except for you, obviously.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't specify that. He said nobody.
He did, yeah, but I think, obviously he's talking to the most lawful person in Waterdeep, so... Right, we're on the road again. So we could head back to Tourmaline on the way to the Lonely Wood, and we could get there before nightfall, possibly find a tavern to find some wenches, or whatever. So I think that would be the plan. Is that agreed, guys?
Agreed.
Yep, so we're carrying on to the Lonely Wood and then heading back with the ingots afterwards.
Yeah, it's a long way to carry the ingots. I didn't know if we wanted to... I don't know if we can put them somewhere, but for now...
I mean, between the bag of holding and the thing, we should be able to split them.
Yes, I think we'll ride the sled, pulled by owlbear as best we can. We've got the ingots split between all our various bags of holdings. When we get back towards Bryn Shander, we can quickly unload whatever we want and put it on the sled. And that's what we'll say we're doing. Okay, Tourmaline.
Okay. To do a thing. So you're heading out to Tourmaline. I'm assuming Aki's on Brian. What's it, Aki? Toxeros is on Brian.
Brian is... So how big is the sled?
Oh, it's Brian pulling the sled.
Brian is pulling the sled.
Yes, you could all sit on the sled being pulled by Brian. He's got a fantastic drag weight, I'm sure.
No. I'm riding him as he pulls the sled.
I mean, that might be tough, but okay. Give it a go. Would we all be able to fit on the sled? Say all three of us.
You should be. If the sled could take 600 pounds worth of iron ingots, and those are now in an extra dimensional space and therefore weigh nothing, I think they could you could pull the weight of you.
Okay, so we're on the sled.
Or at least give me a DC 5 strength check for an owlbear.
1 second.
Yeah, that's the man, the legend.
Nat 20.
Oh, that's the first crit win on a completely pointless roll.
And he
That's
is
the
off
last
with a
one.
gallop.
It'll be the last one. Because Glam's here and he rolls ones.
No, I've got the 20 t-shirt on today. He's going
Yeah.
20s all the way. It's 20s all the
20.
way
We
tonight, guys.
start with 20. Come on, let's keep it high.
Can we
Okay,
start
I've got a 6 or
recording
something.
specifically how many Glam does, and next time we meet up, we all give him birthday beats to the amount that he rolls ones?
Right, let's
Right,
go.
okay. So you're heading off to Brinchanda.
Tourmaline.
Right. Sorry, you're heading off to Tourmaline. You head off. It's about it's about 2 hours by sled. So you head off at a fantastic pace. Now, when you're getting about halfway there, Toxeros, you notice that Brian is starting to act very, very skittish.
I love the word
He's-
skittish.
He's going along, but he seems to be looking up at the sky, left and right. He seems to be holding his body lower to the ground as well.
I at this point, when I notice it, I wouldn't tell people, but I'd have a look to see what I could see, to see why he's looking skittish and what's going on.
Getting skittish too.
Roll some perception.
Right, well, we better leave that 20 over there. Hold on. That's a 14 plus 2. That's 16.
Okay. As you're going along and Brian is there looking skittish, kind of sniffing the air, as you try and see whatever's going on, you almost see the silhouette of something blotting out the stars, and just ever so briefly, it goes in front of the moon and you see the outline of a giant bird-shaped wings
Wait,
flapping past them.
I have the exact phrase for this. Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
Or is it a fucking dragon?
At this point, I would turn round to the boys and go, "Keep your eyes peeled, lads. It looks like there's a dragon or something up there."
What does it look like?
I was gonna say, if I use my eyes of the eagle or whatever it is I've got,
What do your elf
Some
eyes
very
see?
nice glasses.
yes, eyes of the eagle. Can I see what it is?
Yep, so you have advantage on visual-based perception checks.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully I won't get 2 nat ones.
Another 20 coming, kids.
Oh, an 18.
18.
Ooh.
Plus 8, so 26.
Yep, and with your dark vision, you can see the silhouette of what looks like a grey dragon flying lazily in your direction.
I just guessed.
Yeah, I think it's a grey dragon. I mean, it's nighttime, so it might just be grey because it's nighttime, but looks like a
Technically, your
grey
dark
dragon.
vision sees in shades of grey.
Yeah, so
Red roses too.
At this
it
point,
looks grey.
I'd be calming Brian down, give him a stroke on the head.
Oh, wait. Does it
Animal
look?
handling
it-
check.
Does it look
But it
nice?
looks like-
Animal handling check. Does it look, DM, whilst he's rolling that, like the dragon that we've encountered
fuck
previously?
my life.
What was that?
A 1.
Not a 20.
Right. As you're staring in that direction, Brian also clocks what you're looking at and immediately scarpers towards the closest bit of brush to hide, pulling the sled with it.
Okay.
Well, at least we're hidden. How hidden from the air are we now?
That would be a stealth check, wouldn't it? Are you hiding?
Well, I want to know how hidden we are from the sky.
Well, certainly. So there are trees here. They are half buried by snow, pine trees. So what you've got is you've got Brian huddling under a pine tree with a sled sitting in front of it
So,
with 4 people on it.
did I recognise the... Is that the same dragon that we saw earlier?
History check.
History. Jesus. 16.
All dragons kind of look the same from this distance, don't they?
You can't
But you
say
think
that.
you can almost make out the saddle of a rider on the back of it.
Ooh.
So a ridden dragon, and it was a ridden one earlier. Okay. This looks like the one that
Was it
took
really?
that Santa-looking motherfucker on the reindeer. Maybe we should all hide, and then I think we should try to hide.
Okay. Before you even have a chance to hide, right? This dragon looks like it's about a mile or two off. Right, before you even have a chance to hide, you hear an almighty. As you look up above you, you see passing overhead what looks like a ship in the sky.
An airship.
An airship. You know of airships. You used an airship rather foolishly to get here and crashed in the mountains.
That's a fun
This
time.
airship, however, seems to have tentacles sprouting out the front of it, and a snail-like shell coming up and over.
Okay. Is this in this campaign naturally, or is this this is like Baldur's Gate shit?
That is actually naturally in this campaign.
That's amazing.
And no sooner have you seen that appear in the sky, you hear. If I get. As the white dragon turns towards it and bolts in the direction of this airship. What are you doing? This thing is flying overhead and it's just outpacing you quickly.
Would we?
The dragon's a mile off and just beelining towards it.
Would I recognise the airship?
I don't. Well, you've seen a mind
Has
flayer
Jax,
before, but I
has
don't
Jax
think you've ever
ever
seen an
played
airship.
Baldur's Gate 3? That's the question.
Well, this is the thing. You are a jack of all trades, so you can always try.
I'm gonna fucking hide.
So is a mind flare ship overhead? Dragon, what do you think, guys? Are we gonna hide?
I wouldn't
or...
know.
I'm
I've
hiding.
not seen an airship.
I'm gonna stay with Brian. I'm hiding.
If you say that, I say, did you want to
While you're saying
go
that,
to the airship?
While you're literally talking to your compatriots, you realise Toxeros has completely disappeared. You didn't even see him move. He's just no longer on the sled with you.
What did he roll on the stealth? I missed that.
I believe he flipped a coin.
He's already used that today.
He has.
Yeah,
Because we didn't do a long rest.
The only reason I was flipping it was just to make a decision. But
Yeah. You can make exactly
yeah.
that, yeah.
roll myself. Hold on. It's an 11 plus 5.
It's like 7, isn't it? So 18.
Still pretty
Well,
good.
it depends.
Still
So
way
if-
better than
if
my
we-
passive.
If we think that we're going to go hidey, which I tend to agree with, I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay, are we going to stealth up? If we're stealthing, I'll stealth.
Okay,
I mean,
so I'll say
I'm thinking dragon we don't want to fight, airship that
Who wants
Well,
the
we don't know whether
dimension
he's
door
good
with
or
me
bad.
to the airship? I can take one person.
and
Take
then we
me.
start playing the Baldur's Gate.
just
Take me.
just the two of us, and that's a whole new campaign. Leave these guys here, and away we
Take
go.
me, let's go.
Let's go.
We're the only good ones in the party
Make
anyway.
a decision quick. You've got
I'm
30 seconds to decide
stealthing.
what
I'm
you're doing.
stealthing, so I've got at least a 20. I get advantage, and that other roll is less than that. So 20 stealth
Okay.
for me.
So you all huddle behind the tree,
and
trying
Pass
to make
Without a
yourselves
12,
as,
so plus 10 to that.
so you huddle behind the tree, trying to make yourselves as
30.
small as possible, right? It really wouldn't matter. This dragon doesn't even seem to be paying any attention. It just smashes
Oh,
into
'cause
the
I
side
rolled a
of this
1.
ship. You shouldn't say things like that. It just smashes into the side of this ship, just breathing bolts of white. Was it white fire? I suppose that's how you probably describe it. White fire just into this thing, and it just starts turning and turning, and suddenly starts careening towards the ground. Can you do this? As it just flies overhead, smashing into trees, smashing into the ground, as it seems to just land somewhere several miles to the north.
Okay.
And I'm just going to leave that there. That's just a thing that has happened, and there is a marker for you.
So there's a crash site that we've seen.
You don't have to do anything with that information. Glamreus. Actually, no, we'll come back to that in a minute. No, just, you can keep going to Termaline.
So guys, what do you think? Do you think there could be survivors? Do you think we should help out that airship? We crashed on an airship. It'd have been nice if someone had come to our aid. Does anyone recognize that kind of... So again, do any of us recognize the kind of airship that was? That would we know that was a Mind Flayer ship?
Right, I think that would be an Arcana check. So up to 2 people can roll this if you want.
On.
Yeah. 6 plus 3.
I only have a +1.
That's a 9.
So, not with a 9.
Let me roll one. Hold on. Nat 20.
Again? Jesus.
I've just nat 20.
These
twice.
rolls are crazy today.
Coin.
Right, Toxeros. You've never seen a Nautiloid ship before, but in the monastery where you learned your skills, you had seen pictographs on the walls depicting Nautiloid invasions where they would come and just take people away, never to be seen again.
That role plays well, because I was wondering, should we go and rescue those folks? Should we head up there? What do you think?
Now, before you even say anything, Glamreus, as you're just fingering your little crystal, right? It starts to, in your head, starts to hum. And a high-pitched, like a high-pitched frequency is just beaming its way in. And what languages do you speak?
Not very many. Common, Druidic, and Dwarvish.
Okay, not good enough. So you hear, so you just hear something that sounds like nonsense, Gogara, Torpo Gar, Vasnak, Triag, Ifrit Ro, Polysaphid, Elifid Shard,
You're a great
Jesselai,
DM.
Iwoko.
I just need you to know that.
So you hear some nonsensical words, and they every 30 seconds keep repeating in your head as you just hear this like a buzzing headache from this. But only you are hearing this.
Yeah, no.
How does he know that?
I don't have any.
So again, you just hold your head like this and just go, ah! But you just hear this almost telepathic message just repeating in your head. You don't understand the words.
He doesn't know that we can't hear it.
It's whether he wants to share it or not. You would have all seen him grimace in pain.
I was going to say, so I'll look around and see whether anyone else is visibly getting the message.
They seem to be fine.
Okay.
So I think we should.
How's Toxie looking at the moment? Is in. What's it?
Toxie, would you be worried?
What are you doing at the moment?
You know exactly what that thing is.
Right. So just because I don't know, what actually is it first?
It's the ship of that transports mind flayers through the material planes. It's not even a ship that flies in a sense like a sky ship. It's more like a spaceship.
Okay. So I've seen it. I've seen pictures of this, and my immediate reaction to people would be, I am not fucking going over there. I'm not doing it. I'm not going over there. I'm staying over here or going the opposite way.
Mind flayers are pretty evil.
We do know that much.
But we don't know that's a Mind Flayer ship, at least I don't. So I would be like,
no.
Are we going to go and rescue those folks? They could have some money. They might be really grateful. What do you think, Tuxers? You like to rescue people?
I do, but I'm not going over. I do not want to go over there. This is not a refusal. I just really don't want to.
I mean, what do you know? I mean, that just looks like someone in danger. Is that not our thing?
How far away did it land, DM?
You could get there. So Tourmaline was about an hour away. That's a bit further north. It's about 4 or 5 hours to get there.
Did it crash ship?
You would effectively finish your day up there, or you could leave it. Could come back later. Who knows what will happen?
So what do you think, Tux? Why did you not want to go there? Is there something about the ship? I mean, it did look a bit weird.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
So, Toxeros, you would know the tentacles on the front
as well.
They come down to the ground, and the creatures that they touch poof into nothing. And anyone who's played Baldur's Gate 3 knows that they poof inside the ship into restraining pods.
I was going to say, how about we use your dimensional gateway? The others can take the gold, the ingots back to the city, and we'll meet them there in a few hours.
A dimensional gateway, you say?
What is it you said before?
I have dimension door. I can travel like 500 feet. That's not like it's yeah.
Oh.
We could have got up to the ship when it passed overhead, but it did look a little scary. So, Tuxie, what kind of ship was that? I mean, you look like you're scared of it or something.
It was the tentacly plane ship that they use. Oh, DM.
He'll explain it, yeah.
They're called a nautiloid.
Nautiloid. It was one of those tentacly nautiloid ship things which I've heard about and read about.
Yeah, it's a mind flayer ship called a nautiloid.
That's it.
Oh, mind flayers. And we've met. So, I don't know if you remember this talk. Serious, like the mind flayers were. They were the people that were under the city. And they had those little brain creatures that tried to take over our minds. Yeah, we don't want to mess with that.
Almost killed Sergei.
Of course. Where is Sergei? I wish he was here right now, I tell you. So, yeah, I mean, we could head, maybe we should. I mean, I still feel that, like, it could be, if it's crashed, there could be some important things there. But I understand. I mean, I think at the moment we need to get these thingards safe and maybe rescue our friend's brain. Maybe we can check it out later.
I've got a splitting headache.
The fact that he said.
So Glamras just told you he has a splitting headache.
Headache, you say? Yeah.
Toxie, do you still have that medallion on you? I don't think you do, but
I do. Yes, I haven't got rid of it.
well, what I mean is, I don't think you're attuned to it anymore. But
let me just double check. I don't think I am.
I'll ask you.
I am not. I've got the Ring of Warmth, Braces, and Amulet of Health.
So, DM, quick question.
Yep.
How much Baldur's Gate have you played recently?
Too much.
I can tell.
So
I haven't even played it.
But this is actually in the campaign, so...
That's the crazy thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I asked. I said, has he just brought this in? Or is this actually... Because if it's in it, it's random as fuck, because it's like, this came out ages before the whole thing.
So after he said mind flayers, I'm worried that there's a mind flayer in my mind. I don't think that is, as me, I don't think that's what it is, but as my character...
Just to prove this, I'm just going to drop the name of the chapter there for you. It's a genuine thing from this campaign.
I believe you.
Iridescendant. It's the name of the ship.
If I heard you talk about the brain thing, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, if you wanted to reattune it, that it would take a short rest, I think. Maybe we could look over. I mean, what is wrong with your head? Are you hearing things? Or
there's this thing going around in my head.
If you look at roll 20, you can see what you can hear.
Gograph, Torpo, Gar.
Basically nonsense.
If he's reading it out...
So I'm going to read it out badly and see whether anyone recognises even what language it might be.
Okay. Does anyone speak Gnomish?
Now, I'm just checking, because I know I cast this earlier today. It only lasts an hour. If he was doing it and was bothered, I would probably... spend 10 minutes casting Comprehend Languages.
Can you cast it on me, or do I have to try and speak it out to you?
Self. Yeah, self only. Yeah, so I can cast it on myself. I'll just pull out a pinch of salt and then do the symbols and then say the words, and then I can hear the literal meaning. I understand any spoken language for an hour.
Yep. So you spend 10 minutes on that. Brian has come out from under the tree, looking a bit ashamed, and as Glamreyes speaks that out to you again, in your head you recognise Gnomish language,
and the words. The fact it keeps going round in my head, I'd be able to get the pronunciation. Please.
And the words, right in your head when you hear it, is Nautiloid down, emergency protocols enabled. Crew safe, but vessel imperiled. Psi crystal needed. Come at once. And that message just keeps on repeating.
And just throw that in the channel so I can cover that into my notes, please.
Right. There you go.
And that's in Gnomish.
Yeah, weird that, isn't it?
Yes, weird. I mean, weird that it's in my head as well.
So, I mean, can anyone else hear a message? Because I cannot hear any kind of message. It's strange. So Glamrats, why do you think you're picking up on this
JD,
specific thing?
As he just calls out loud to the group in general, Azarej lets you know that something about its telepathy with you allows it to also hear that.
I was literally about to ask, can Azarej pick up on it because of his telepathy?
He can.
And does he understand it?
He does not.
Oh, okay.
But he can tell the direction that that's coming from, as can Glamreus. It's almost like a beacon.
And is it coming from the, so JD, you say it's coming from the is that coming from the north where the crash site is, or is it coming from somewhere else?
Glamreus
I imagine
you would know it's coming from basically where that thing is on the map. That direction, that general direction. And again, you don't have to go there. Things happen whether you do or don't.
Now, so I mean, so the message. So just to clarify, Nautiloid down. Emergency protocols enabled. Crew safe, but vessel imperiled. Psi crystal needed. This is all very
Psi crystal needed.
Come at once. Now, who do we think that message is going out to? And now, I mean, I don't know much. As I rolled earlier, I don't know that much about these mind flayers. Now, I know we encountered the mind flayers earlier, and I do not remember them speaking Gnomish. I recognize that is the Gnomish language that's coming from, which makes me think maybe there's something else going on here. Now, I know you didn't want to go up there, Toxic, because there's danger. But what if there are people there in peril? It's in the message. Imperiled. Maybe there are people there that aren't mind flayers, or and they need our help. I know it's strange for me to be the voice of reason and bravery here when it comes to saving people, but I just feel this group needs to try and be as good as it can be. I aspire to be just like you, Glamreus, and you, Toxeris. It's what I aim for in life, to make myself more lawful and more good. And I just feel that this is a good chance for me to prove myself to you.
Now, Glamreus, obviously your view on this is what's in it for me.
I'm thinking, well, I don't know, if we go up there, we're going to incur the wrath of, what's her name? Druid woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that bitch.
And mind flayers. I do not like mind flayers. And
but they might have some neat loot.
But the only reason I'm thinking maybe is I do want this out my bloody head. It's
I'm not going to lie to you. That thing is not going off.
Why do you think, Glamreus, you're getting this message?
Big.
Why do you think you're getting this message, Glam? It's none of else. Obviously, Azarej got it, and he's got a carefully tuned mind to telepathicness. Do you think you're growing telepathic talents?
I mean, I have no idea what's going on with me at the moment. I'm grey. I didn't mention it, but I had a very weird dream last night. No, not last night. The avalanche? I had a really weird dream earlier today. And I don't know what's going on with me at all. I don't know. I mean, it could be a side effect of being turned to stone. I don't see why that would give me telepathic, but I don't know. I'm not going to mention the crystal.
No, that's that. We know that, man.
I think the risk to our party is far too high. I'm still very reticent about going. They could have a 4-poster golden bed, and I still wouldn't want to go.
I think JD's weighed in on this, has he?
Yeah, what does Azarej and JD think?
I mean, Azarej heard it, but he said he didn't have a good feeling, you said.
No, Azarej just doesn't understand the language. He vaguely knows what... well, he would know what mind flayers are. Not sure whether he would have seen a Nautiloid. They're not particularly common.
Would
As a greyhound, you may know about them.
Oh, I guess, would you like me to do a history check?
Well, it'd be Arcana.
Arcana check, okay.
Oh, you certainly know what a mind flare was because we faced them together.
17.
I think with a 17, you know, is your studies the enemies of Waterdeep, you would know that historically, at some point in history, a Mind Flayer Nautiloid has buzzed the city, stealing citizens and doing God knows what with them.
Okay.
I mean, it was the Mind Flayer that turned me to stone, wasn't it?
No, Beholder.
That was
Oh, Beholder, sorry.
Beholder.
Yes.
So would I then, given how high my Arcana check was, would I know the ship? Know it's, you know, dangerous, I guess, if you want to put it that way.
Well, it's dangerous, but it's also crashed. And the vessel is apparently imperiled.
True.
See, I'm thinking that these Nomi people may have something to do with it, and I'm intrigued about this dragon riding fellow. I think that there's something there. I'm not sure if he was no friend of the druid. He killed that druid guy, but maybe we could get on the druid's good side if we're able to figure out who this guy is. Riding dragons. I also really
All
want to ride a
sorts of
dragon.
stuff going on in this campaign, you know.
I mean, talk serious. I understand if you do not want to travel up there and you feel it's too dangerous. You're the moral compass of this party. So I feel if you're happy to leave them to their own ends, then we should just move about our way.
I guess I'll sort of, knowing what I know from earlier, I'll turn to Toxie and I'll say, yeah, Toxie, you really used to want to help people. What's up?
I want to help you guys survive.
Don't make it gay. Gosh. See, I have no incentive to go to the ship for the simple.
Your current goal is the Lost Spire of Netheril.
So I have no. I'm on a mission to get there, but also I am, you know, meant to be a protector of people. Regardless of the city, you know, I still want to help people.
I mean, Mind Flayers aren't people, so yeah.
No,
I mean,
but
I
it could
see
be-
what you're
it could be
saying.
people on
No,
it.
but Mind Flayers do steal people
Yeah.
and put them in pods.
All right. I'll tell you what, guys. We need to investigate the ship. I don't have cast on armor, but I'll pretend to click my fingers and slowly start getting dressed.
I mean, this is a group decision, much like the last time you said we're going somewhere. So I mean, I think we should head to the north and investigate, even though it's getting late. But I understand it's quite icy, and in order to skate, we need everyone to be in agreement. That is really difficult to get 4 8s in one sentence. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I hear. Listen, Jax, I hear you, but I'm traveling with you because you're meant to be good people.
That's two of us. Yeah, I mean, what do you? So we're down. If we're voting, what do you think, Tuxie? So you're a nay.
This is not about good people. This is about good sense. And I'm a nay.
He's channeling his character. He's a nay.
Glad.
I don't like the idea of going to Mind Flayers.
No, but you do have a constant thing going off in your head.
I was
That's
gonna
just not
say,
stopping.
I am
The whole
worried
10
about,
minutes it took him to comprehend language, it didn't stop.
I am worried about the druid woman. Mehowever, that ship isn't natural, and I think if we're going to get rid of non-natural stuff,
I mean, if that's
She
going
might
around loop
understand.
in your head, I think, Tuxie, I think we have to go and investigate just to get the sound out of
I was
his
going to
head.
say, I think the decider for me is I can't cope with this. I won't sleep.
There's no more short rests or long rests for you.
I think we have to go kill.
Wow, hey.
It's like that time someone had the Stone of Galore and no one could short rest or long rest near them.
That was good times.
Didn't we just put it in the bag of holding to solve that, though?
One side stopped using it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, F this. It's just like, I don't want this. Threw it away.
What do you think, Tuxie? Are you with us? Are we gonna?
I'm going to
I know you
just
don't
try
want to,
something.
but
I'm going to take my ring off and just put it over my head. Does it stop?
I'm just wondering the physics of this because your thing is full of iron ingots. Does gravity, does that pull out and
Okay,
just cascade over your head?
I'll open the hole up and stick my head in the hole.
Okay, so
DM.
I'll tell you what you'll do. You'll
I know
open
a
up the
bit of
hole,
breathing
you'll get
there, I'm just curious.
into the ring, close the hole, and literally this ring will fall to the floor, right? With just a little hole there, and you don't even feel it fall. And in your extra dimensional space, it's no longer on this plane, is a pocket dimension. It would stop.
Excellent.
And
But
then
I can't breathe in here, so I'll get out again.
And now you got to hope no one puts the ring on.
I was gonna say the ring's dropped. You know, Brian's eating it. You know.
That's it. he comes out of the ring and comes out of Brian's butt. Right. So, what do you think, Tuxie? You gonna join us on this?
Are all three of you going?
We have to.
I feel that if he's got this noise going off in his head, we need to do it for him. I think at the same time, I'm intrigued with the gnomish, and I'm worried about people getting involved with. You know how bad those mind flare brains were. What if those brains got loose and Tourmaline started taking over people?
I just think Glam needs to not drink quite so much from that bloody flagon. Okay. If
You
you're
still
all
haven't used that
going,
today.
if you're all going, I will register my disappointment at this, but I will still drag along because I need to at least keep you guys safe. So okay.
And on that
I
note,
also just realized, DM, I don't have any protection against mind flayers, do I? Because the last wielder of Azarage didn't have any protection.
No, the one thing that would do you good is the ring of mind shielding, which I think Sergei had. I don't know what he did with that.
he gave it to me. It's in my pocket.
We'll always wonder what was in it that he never talked about. Right.
Yes. Yeah, the person that was trying to get him to kill constantly.
Okay. Could have been an important plot point. We'll never know.
Right. So we're gonna make double speed and head in the direction of the crash site, which I imagine is quite easy to find. And whilst we do that, should we take a small break?
Yep. There we go.
I could do with a quick pee.
Quick pee, small break, head in that direction, and then hopefully we'll be able to just get there and encounter some mind flayers and die.
Right. So I'm going to say you travel there with no issue, and on the other side of this break, we will start at the.
Ooh, exciting! What is the name of the thing, the area that the part of the book, in case I can find the actual soundtrack for it?
Id Ascendant. It's actually, if you look on the map, I've actually put the chapter down.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Is there a name? Oh, Encounters
You'll
of
need to scroll up a bit.
Ithrin,
Oh, you mean
Iriolas. No. Okay, I'll just find some shit. Let's take a small break, and we'll be back very soon. Oh yeah. Going back in. Hi guys, we're back already. No messing. No dramas. D&D, DM.
Yes.
Two things. As we're riding.
Oh yeah.
As we're riding dirty. Up towards the Nautiloid crash site, which is already on the screen. Let me just load that up. I will speak to Glam and I will say, do you think we should maybe send a message to the druids to explain why we're encroaching on their territory, or so we just go with it? What do you think?
I mean, we could try. I'm not. How does your message work? Yeah, if you know the person, you can send a message.
I can message anybody. Yeah, I'm pretty special. But it's a very short message. But I was thinking if we were to send a message that maybe then we wouldn't incur their wrath anymore, and maybe they would give us some assistance.
I was thinking, yeah, on both counts might be a good idea. And I think, weren't you gonna mention about the whole dragon stealing the druid as well?
I'm not sure if I already mentioned
I'm not sure how
that.
you're gonna fit that into 25.
That's going to be really difficult. Thanks for adding some more into my. I already had a good idea, but so I will send a message to what's her face, Baralmian. I just wanted to hear the accent today. Is all it was. I was on the toilet thinking, you know what? I'd love to hear that accent. And I was like, I saw it go. What was her name?
It's a good question. I'm just trying to sort out dynamic lighting here.
You sort out your dynamic lighting, and then I'll just pull up some my list of notable NPCs and hope she's in it. She's really not. That's really annoying. But it's all right because I'll just go into my notes. It'll definitely be here somewhere. God, I've got so many notes.
Groundskeeper. What?
I've got it. I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
So while she's sorting the line, I will basically send a message to Freyla saying, "Hi, because I've been told what it is. Nautiloid Manflayer ship crashed north of Calvin's Cairn. Area in peril. Going to investigate. Please don't hate us.
'Cause you ain't us.
Dragon that downed it killed druid." Yes. Come on. That's 25 words, baby.
Oh, how would they respond to this?
Probably with confusion, I would imagine.
Probably. What is Nautiloid? Dragon kill druid? Oh, actually, I'm just gonna stop there for 1 second because they would know this. Come on. There we go. Sorry. There we go. Dragon kill druid? Do you mean aventuras?
Oh, you got some what? Avian.
So it's Al. Oh, got it. I'm gonna post this in.
I can't wait to see how close I am.
It's
One of my favourite things is checking your spelling to mine. Oh, I'm actually really close. I'm like 2 characters out. Okay, Aventuras. Okay, so what else did she say?
Yep. Okay, so it's like, but basically saying, "Do you mean aventurous?" And then they kind of go, "Flee while you still can. Dragon is deadly to wildlife." So you get a, what is a Nautiloid? Aventurous killed a druid and run while you still can. The dragon kills wildlife.
Yeah, she said she's fine. She said she's fine with us going across the wilderness to investigate. what she said.
I think
I mean,
if
she
having
probably is.
Venturis is there, I don't think she's gonna head in that direction.
Sounds
She
like
she
it.
said it's. She said she's fine with us going. She's got no problems with it.
Deception.
I mean, yeah, fuck it. Comedy value on it. I could have been honest, but you know what? It was funny to be deceiving, and that's gonna be a 22 because I can't get lower than a 22.
Right. Okay. What do you guys see?
Oh no, it's 28. It's actually 21 because it gives me the 10. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, 21.
Okay. So, how are you approaching this? First of all,
Slowly, stealthily. How long does your pass with that trace last, Glamorous?
An hour, I think. So it's probably.
Can you put it on
worn
as
off by now,
as
I'd
we're
say.
getting close? If you could put it on us, that'd be great.
Yeah, concentration up to an hour. I can do it once more, but then that's it.
So yeah, I would say wait until we get close and then let's go.
Can you concentrate when you've got your head being pounded by a message?
Thanks for that. Thanks.
That's a
You
good
could,
question.
you know, you could have let it go, but no.
it is a good question. How well can you concentrate? Just roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokes. Constitution save. Okay, I'm not too bad at that. Which die go? Let's go with the frost one that no one can read. 12 plus 3, so 15.
Yeah, you're good. So you get close. You cast pass without trace. Everyone, give me your stealth rolls.
Again.
Stealth, baby. It's one of the many
16.
things I'm good at. So at
I
least a
got
23.
5.
23.
Plus
Plus 10. Plus whatever.
7. So what's that? 12.
Plus 10. 22. And I've got 23. 33.
I've got 3 plus 1 plus 10.
14.
14.
Okay. So we
Group
got
checks,
14.
baby. Group checks. It's all right.
Right. Okay. As you approach the area, trudging deeper and deeper into this mountain valley, an eerie glow betrays the monstrous outline of something stupendous and ominous. It looks like a cephalopod with slimy, ropey tentacles as thick as tree trunks that had tried and failed to bury its immense hulk in the snow. Now, just to give you a bit of an idea of what you see as well in terms of the ship's structure. So you see the ship, it's almost on 3 levels. You see the bottom level there with a... Let me go there. Sorry, 1 second. So you see a... What is it called? Sorry, this is when there's a lot of reading floating around.
No worries.
Right, okay. Ballista was the word. So,
Oh, yeah.
on the bottom deck, it's only 5 feet above the ground level, but you see a ballista sitting on the front of that. And yeah, a door as well. Above that, you see another level open to the air. And again, there is a second ballista on that. Can't make out whether there's any doors there or not. And again, there's a third balcony at the top. This is a ship with at least 3 levels on it.
And as we approach, do we see any signs of life, any movement?
Oh, the tentacles
I'll
wriggling.
ask as a reg if he senses anyone.
Oh, yeah.
That thing is overpowered. Overpowered like a mansion.
No, I'm overpowered for always remembering how to use it.
So he detects non-lawful creatures, right?
Yep.
He kind of detects... Oh, actually, because there's more than that floating around.
Thanks, Ian. That's good to know.
Okay, and... So I've got to count things and tell you stuff now.
That doesn't necessarily sound good.
Yeah. Okay, so you detect 7 non-lawful creatures floating around, kind of
I also
inside
detect
and around
neutral.
the ship.
Any neutrals?
It's just, I'm just saying non-lawful.
Okay, in general. Okay.
7 non-lawfuls.
As you say that to us, I'll be like, well, keep your eyes peeled, guys.
Glam, you got any more of those fluffy toys?
So I think technically my panther will be out. It didn't get damaged, and
You mind having it
Last of the
run across those tentacles real quick?
well, first of all, are the tentacles moving at all?
They're not moving in any meaningful way. They're kind of gently writhing. So they're kind of like moving by inches. You can see that they are covered in a thick, viscous slime.
Yeah, okay, go on then. I'll have the panther just go and.
Shall I also get Tony out? By the way, why don't you blow that whistle? Oh, actually, that makes a loud noise. Let's not do that until we're. Yeah. So I will get Tony out, and I will send Tony on a scouting mission around the Nautiloid.
Yeah,
I'll just hold on
like
to.
Cats do and just sort of bat at the tentacle. See what
And just to check DM, what does a potion of clairvoyance do for me?
You'll have to look it up because I'm just about to give you a little more info for the group. So again, if you've ever seen the ship or you've not played Baldur's Gate, you can see that the ship appears to be made of organic matter, in addition to wood and iron that seems to have been, in the construction of the Nautiloid shell bit of it. You can see that the ship seems to be tilted ever so slightly. Probably not enough to stop you walking on it, but if you were to put a bottle on the ground, it would probably roll to the side of something. And the rest of that doesn't apply for right now.
So send Tony on a little scouting mission.
I will.
So you send Tony Hawk on a scouting mission.
Yes. So Tony's going to fly around decently, high enough to be able to hopefully not be seen, low enough that he'll be able to
There's your Hawk.
See things.
Where's he go?
He's just got to go on a scouting mission around the ship, kind of like flying over here. Then probably, basically, we'd see the outline of the ship, and he would fly around the ship. And I'm going to be in his eyes, and I'm basically looking for movement. Any good guys, bad guys?
So roll me some perception.
I will hold your shoulder.
And right, how are you lighting the area?
So I'm guessing there's flames
this is
around.
late night.
I'm guessing there's flames and things around if the ship crashed.
Actually, there aren't. I mean, the ship itself, right? So let's say the exterior deck. And this has got a description, so I will give it to you. You can see the deck is dimly lit by fleshy, flickering, bioluminescent orbs mounted in the walls.
So yeah,
There's some dim light on the deck.
Dim light on the deck. La da 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 da. That's all I can use because I can't send him lit up because that would be ridiculous. So yeah, he'll be looking as he can to see what he can see.
And that's all that he could see. Right. So does he have any advantages, keen senses?
He has keen senses, yeah. So he got advantage on perception checks.
Right. So we'll say it's disadvantage because there's no light, but advantage because he's got advantage. So we'll cancel that out and a straight perception check.
Okay.
So he runs off your perception, doesn't he?
Oh, does he?
It's the strength, dex, and con should be his, and int, wisdom, and charisma should be yours.
I thought that was on a glam thing. There's
You're
not much in
through
it.
his eyes.
There's only one in it anyway, so it's all. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, exactly that. So I can push my button, which is good. And that is a 20, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Right. What you can see is you fly overhead, skittering around the ground, appears
Skittish
to be
tombs. Ooh.
And I wonder if these have a handout. No, that's just going to show you the whole thing. Okay. Ooh, pictures. That'll do it. Right. So no one look up that name. But
No, I would never. It'd spoil the fun.
would never. We'll never look that up. But what you
Is
see
it just
are
a very zoomed-in bed bug?
what you
Check
see.
that out, viewers.
Actually, I'll give this one to Glambrayus, because he can use that. There you go. There is a link. So it looks like a giant caterpillar bug-like thing with tentacles out the front and maybe 100 legs skittering around the sides.
How many?
100.
Jax will probably communicate that there seem to be 3 of these skittering
I like
around.
there.
The
There
tentacle
appears to
area.
be these 3 large, scary caterpillar bugs to our south. What about over to the in this direction?
Right. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to grab your token and just do a couple of things. So I can't remove the lighting, but you would see the deck area.
Okay.
As he flies around, you might see part of the upper deck area.
Yeah.
So you can see that there are stairs leading inside the main hull. You can also see a ballista. And what you notice with a dirty 20 is the ballista on the ground floor looks damaged, but the one on the upper floor looks like it might be in working order.
Okay.
And you don't really see much on the upper deck other than a door that leads into somewhere.
Okay.
And other than that, it's just the edges of the ship.
And we don't see any, other than those carrions at the moment, we don't see any mind flayers, we don't see any gnomes.
Ooh, let's undo that. You don't see any mind flayers at the moment, you don't see any gnomes.
So I will give that to the group, I'll say. So it looks like there's these 3 things. If we go on the ship, I can't see much deep within it, but I can see that there's a damaged ballista on the bottom, but the ballista at the top's working. Maybe if someone could get up there, they could fire that down, I don't know.
I'll turn to Jackson and say, give me a moment, and I'll chug a potion of clairvoyance
Yeah.
that I've got in my
Fuck that.
backpack.
I pull my blindfold down, get on Brian, and go, right, get me up there.
Okay, and so you're getting ready to go. Clairvoyance?
No, I'm going.
All right,
Where are
well,
you going?
I'm going to fly right up to the top level because you explained.
Owlbears don't fly.
Don't they?
They
No,
go
we've
bound
established
and
this
attempt to
every
jump.
time.
Oh, fuck it.
We always think, yeah, we just fly. No, they don't fly.
Brian, give me a boost.
Yeah, you can
If you just
certainly
hold on
acrobatics,
there a
but you-
second, Tuxie, I think he's just going to do this clairvoyance thing, and then I can maybe cast fly on you or something. Let's get a plan.
all right.
that's-
So clairvoyance, it goes up to 1 mile apparently. So I could have used it while we were standing at the other place, but I didn't know.
By the way.
The sensor remains in place. I can choose either hearing or sight, so I'll probably choose sight. And I'm going to cast it behind the door because I can use it in a place that I can see or is unfamiliar to you. So behind the door.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is...
What you see beyond
So
it.
Right,
Yes,
so
I can spawn it behind the door.
It is,
Basically.
and Arlo's got it as well now.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag you all just for ease. So what you can see in there,
Nice.
and actually,
So at the moment, only James can see this, but this is what James can see with that spell.
And I can't hear anything, just see. But I can switch with an action. And because we're not in turn order,
I'd like to think we're watching him, and his eyes just go glazed.
Haha, I've got these on my screen now. You can see.
oh my god.
That's way too big.
I
can
knew
see
you were into
something that looks like
tentacles,
this.
but
You can see what looks like small, floating mind flayers, roughly the size of, roughly the size of, a bit shorter than a halfling, maybe the size of a gnome. You can see these floating around, pulling themselves along with their tentacles. You can see 3 of these. You can see, and actually I'll give you a description of the room, because why not? It has one. Okay, so yeah. Okay. So you see, attached to the walls in this chamber are 3 sets of chains and let's say 4 sets of chains and manacles, designed to hold large creatures. If you were thinking about it, you might think that there are 3 large creatures floating around outside the ship. So again, 4 large manacle sets there. You see a staircase that rises up to the next deck, amid crates and barrels and bits of broken equipment which seem to have been scattered everywhere. Moving among the detritus are 4 creatures. 3 of them are small, repulsive purple things that float above the ground and pull themselves across the floor using oversized face tentacles. The 4th is a lumbering monstrosity made of stitched together parts from goblins, dwarves, and a reindeer. And having done the Waterdeep campaign, roll me a history check.
Oh,
this
shit.
is just you, JD.
Alright, history check. No!
No, it's a nat 1, baby.
You may have seen this creature before, but you
dear.
certainly don't recognize it. Must be something about the way they stitch the body parts together.
I'll switch to hearing, and do I hear anything?
Can you switch to hearing?
Yeah, I can switch. I can switch between seeing and hearing with an action, but obviously we're not in turn order, so.
Right. Let's just have a look and see what you hear.
Brains.
Brian's.
I don't know.
Yep.
So I would imagine, whilst he was going through this and listening to this, Aki, at this point, are you going anyway in that direction?
I would be describing
figured
what
you
I'm
would
seeing
be.
as I'm seeing it.
Yeah, so as you take the potion, you start talking to us about what you're seeing, Aki's just like, he's gone to get... So where are you heading, for the ballista?
Going very top for the ballista. So what I've done is I've rolled a 17 acrobatics. Brian's going to give me a boost, so that is a 24.
So you're sort of standing on top of Brian as he walks up, and then he's going to sort of flip up, and you're going to flip off him.
Yeah.
Onto the middle deck.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't really hear anything from the small mind flayer looking things. You hear some low moaning and almost a little bit of clattering, and then the sound of annoyance from something large and deep sounding, and a little bit of very high pitched laughter.
Fuck. I'm with Toxie. Let's get TP out of here. That's all I'm saying now. But we're here now, guys. Right. So I'm like, Toxie, so you're heading, and just so I can get a perception, because I actually hate fucking dynamic lighting on my campaigns. I never use it because it's just annoying. But I understand what you. But where are those floors? Is that to the south, or because obviously you've got them to the right? But I'm guessing they're to the south.
So the floors are just up.
But
so
to the south of us, yeah? Where
Yeah,
so for example,
where
here, where these
yeah.
tentacles meet, this is where the ship is here.
So let's grab you guys again.
So in order for Aki to get to where he wants to...
So that's the edge of the ship.
Right, so
just
can you
there.
reveal that? Because we've seen it.
I can't without removing the entire dynamic lighting to the whole ship. The way they built it.
Wow. That's why you got to use that little fucking... Yeah, anyway, okay.
Yeah,
that's
why
ridiculous.
Area.
So in order, Aki, just so that you understand that, in order to... Because it was over to the right, but it's not. In order to get to that thing, you'd have to go past the bad guys.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's jumping on the front balcony, so...
So where is the front balcony? Just ping the screen where the front balcony is.
There you go.
That's not helpful. Where on the screen is it? Compared to the bad guys.
That's the front.
Yeah.
The bad guys are inside.
No, the
Aki
fucking...
wants to jump to the second level where
the tentacles are spread out the front.
Yeah.
So he could run down by the side of them and then jump up to the first layer.
Can he get to the first layer without going through the fucking monsters in front of us?
It's only 5 foot high, so yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, but he'd have to go
Can we go
by
back
them,
to the
but
other
not
screen?
through them.
Okay, so the second ballista is 20 foot higher.
Can you ping on the screen where he's heading towards? If that's the ship. So there, yeah? About here.
Yeah, so that's the first layer, 5 feet above the ground.
Yeah. And where's the second layer?
And the second layer is, and I'll just move you, is that thing there.
Oh, but
in
surely
terms
that's a
of
representation of it. Surely it's above the first layer.
So
it's above,
essentially
it's above
yeah,
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we go back to the whole fucking seeing what we
And
can
obviously,
see.
there's these stairs, and there's these stairs, and there's you.
Yeah, so,
So yeah,
on
I'm
this
assuming
screen,
it's,
he's here.
It's somewhere up here, but up.
Yes.
Yes, so in order to get to there, he has to ride directly past the carrion crawlers.
But past them.
Yes.
So yeah, you'd sort of go around here, presumably, and then go up. So not through them, but past them.
Okay. Which he's doing, which is I just wanted to know what we're so as you're clairvoyancing and sharing that with us, Toxie just goes. With that in mind, Toxie, one final question I have for you. Are you doing it stealthily?
With a fucking owlbear, I can try, but probably not.
But are you attempting to do it stealthily? Exactly. Or are you riding like, ahoy! You brought me here, motherfuckers! Leroy Jenkins! So are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just going?
We can. Do you know what? Fuck it. Should we roll for stealth just for giggles?
Yeah.
Maybe Owlbear and you both have to roll.
Okay. Owlbear can be silver. I can be red. How's that?
It's still plus at the moment. It's not plus 10. What's the plus? What's the pass that Tracy has to be within 30 feet of you, or 60 feet?
Let me have a look. I think it's 30, but
Driving within 30 feet of him.
without Trace.
But it'd run out as he leaves unless he follows you.
30 feet.
Well, let's roll it now and see if I'm stealthy, shall we?
I mean, it's only 50 to there, so you'd certainly get stealth as far as there.
Well, that's a nat 20 for one of them.
And a 15 for the other.
That's insane. So you're like so you are just right up. You're thinking you're not too stupid. You're like, I am going for that fucking ballista. I have made my decision. He's doing his own nonsense with his clairvoyance. I am going to get that ballista and start firing on these motherfuckers. So you go, but you are thinking, do you know what? There's monsters here. I'll be quiet. So you are being quiet about it.
So remember, the ballista on the first floor, so above the ground floor, is on the outside of the ship, obviously for firing at things around the ship. So unless there's someone around you, which there may be, you might not be able to hit anything. You could maybe aim it straight down, create a hole in the floor. Right, so where are you running to, Toxros?
I am running to the edge of the ship so that Brian can give me the boost of my life and land me on the highest deck.
Right, so you would jump onto the ship. Brian would jump up. He's got 10 feet. You're going to jump off of Brian.
Yep.
So you...
I
you should be able to do another 10 feet. That should just... Sorry, one sec.
Bless you. Bless you.
Gesundheit.
So that should land you... If I can get Brian, that should
We
land
have
you
to be able to
on
get
this
rid of.
deck.
We have to be able to see what we're doing. Can you not remove part of it?
He's getting so fussy, isn't he?
Well, we can't see anything that's going on, and the viewers can't. We see like a tiny bit of the screen. It's like, can we not remove it and then put everything on a different layer or something?
Fine. If you give me a second, I will change the way the dynamic lighting works.
We have to, because we have to be able to see what's going on. It's really hard to picture what the fuck. Whilst he's doing that, guys,
the meta pigeon.
this combat, which is about to happen, without a shadow of a fucking doubt, is brought to you courtesy of I think beer 50 in my challenge, or brewery 50 in my challenge for the year. 365 breweries in the year. It's from Amundson's Brewery, and it's called Refraction of Light. It's a hazy IPA, and it looks like this.
It looks
Lasers.
Lasers coming out of their eye sockets. I just want to let's get into some combat, man. I want to fuck some shit up. But we don't have long.
That's what Glam wants. That's what Glam wants to do.
Do you know something's really funny?
I want to see some things die.
JJ,
Yes.
you are now 13.5% way through your mission.
13.5% way through. No, I know it's great.
Through your drinking mission.
The problem is, it's not, what it is though, right? And here's we were talking at the beer shop yesterday when I went in there and had another new one. And what Sam would say is like, doing beers is one thing, doing breweries, because at the moment, like all the beers on the tap are all beers I've had. So doing that first 50 is easy, because it's all the beers that they have in there all the time. The next 50 is going to be an exploration of having to go elsewhere and find some cool things. Once you start to get to like 200 in, it's going to be like, where the fuck am I getting these beers from?
You're going to be having B and Riggs send you them over.
Well, I'm going to the States in September. I'm hoping that that's going to be a good
you
bunch.
said. Yeah.
And also, Sam's going to Boston, and he's bringing a bunch back, and they're having a night at the beer shop. So it's going to be a lot of shit going on. Here we go. Right, guys. So to clarify for the viewers at home, this here, I'm on the measuring tool still. This here, right here, is above this here. Pretty much.
Yes.
So it's kind of stacked. And this up here is the top floor. And again, that's all we can see. We can't see in any of those rooms. Toxie, so you've ridden down and you've jumped, but effectively you are above, you are basically here, above Brian, just overlooking these things. So I would say whilst he was doing his clairvoyance and talking to us, that's whilst you did that. Meanwhile, what are we... So as you tell us that, JD, I'm going to say, once you've spoke, I'll say, look, Toxie's already gone. He kind of, maybe he misunderstood. But yeah, he's already headed for that cannon up there. And then I see him jump. Wow, he just got up there acrobatically.
Monk shit.
Monk shit, baby. We need to, what are we going to, we gonna follow him? Are we going to loop round? What are we doing?
So the first thing I'm going to do...
Okay. Right, on that middle deck, right, so you see... This middle deck has an open cowl. This is open to the air. Mounted to the deck, forward is a forward-facing ballista. The walls are lined with ballista bolts waiting to be used.
Excellent.
Right, so now back to Glamreus.
So, this isn't a big thing, but my panther, being essentially a big cat, and the tentacle's wiggling a little bit, it's just going to go up and sort of bat at the tentacle to see what happens.
So while he's running over, batter the tentacle. Right, so we're only giving... Let's put this in turn order, right? So Toxiros was stealth. He gets that for free. That's effectively a surprise round.
Mm-hmm. So my I'll put in my initiative though.
Right.
we roll initiative. Let's roll initiative, everyone.
But my intention is to load that ballista. Then what I want to do is I want to aim at the nearest...
just rolled 31! That's insane!
What? What the hell's your plus?
Plus 12.
Yeah.
My intention is to aim at the closest big flea to the party and hold an action to shoot the ballista at the nearest thing that threatens my party if they do anything aggressive in any way.
Okay. Right. So, first things first, you have effectively a surprise round. You've jumped up onto there. So, what you're actually seeing... Right, so this ballista, and I'll read this out. This ballista is a marvel of gnomish over-engineering and is still operational. Dials, knobs, and levers festoon the gunner's station, which comes with firing instructions written in a language I can guarantee you don't understand.
I do.
It looks like Braille. Okay, so a character who hasn't read the instructions, Yeah, there's a check if you want to use this.
Yeah, fuck right, I do.
Okay, give me an Arcana check. Can you figure out the gnomish engineering?
My Arcana is 11 plus 1, that's a 12.
No.
You're just like, what the fuck is going on here?
12 is not good enough. You can continue to try and work it out.
No, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to try and use my surprise round to figure out how it works.
Right, so...
Same thing he did with his wife.
Yeah, okay, so you've run up there, it's your surprise round, you're now in initiative order. So, JD, you've been told about the rough sort of location of these slithering things.
Yeah.
These giant centipede-like things crawling around the tentacles. Right, Glamreus, while all this was happening with Toxiros, sent the panther to the tentacle to just crack it, and it didn't really do anything. It didn't seem to react to it. They were just slowly writhing around a little, but they don't really seem to be doing anything.
More importantly, the panther didn't get teleported inside the ship or anything.
No, it didn't.
And just to check, now that we're
That was
close.
mostly where I was going with that. I just didn't want to accidentally fall into it and get
Yeah, exactly.
eaten or something.
Now that we're near the ship, I would have asked, and I forgot to. I did mean to, but lots of talking. Does Glam still have the error message?
Yes, Glamreus has still got this sound just going off
So it's
and
not
off again. In his
it's
head.
not a proximity thing. Got it. So we have to actually do something. Okay. I
Can't
will.
just go
You
turn
could have
it
asked
off.
Azarej. Azarej would have also told you it can still hear this distress call.
Is Azarej annoyed by it?
I don't think Azarej sleeps, but yes, Azarej is annoyed by it.
Damn. Okay. Don't want to cranky Azarej. I will. I guess you'll want me to roll stealth as well, or
Well,
I want
that's
to.
up to you.
I want to do stealth. But I will. How far is the ship from us?
So just roll stealth first. How stealthily you're doing whatever you're doing.
Let's
quite
see.
big.
I am doing it at 15. I roll at disadvantage because armor's on.
Right. Okay. Let's just give them a quick check. Can they see that? Because it doesn't have a passive perception on here. Oh, it does. You're above their passive. You're fine.
Okay, 15 passes, great. I will. I'll have my gun out, ready to go, just in case. And I'm gonna walk stealthily towards the ship. And because I'm not gonna do an action, I will dash to get my 40.
Yep. So the deck is only 5 foot above the ground, so you can get onto it without any sort of check.
Yeah, my walking speed is only 20 foot with armor on, so dash to 40.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you
We
wear
found
that armor?
JD's weakness.
Jesus.
He's even slower than me.
Okay. So you do your 40 feet to get there. You stay. You've not done anything to reveal yourself. You are still, for all intents and purposes, stealthed.
I shouldn't have put the fight music on yet, should I? I was premature.
So I will head towards the ship. Unless you're gonna say I was in a closer square with the gang, and then I can be on the ship. Otherwise, I'll be next to it, ready to crawl up,
Let's just put you on the edge of the deck.
edging the deck. Got it. And I will, while I assume Toxie is behind me.
So
Above
Toxeros
you.
is above you. So
Above me.
basically, this owlbear has kind of stealthily padded along and just kind of jumped up without making a noise. So it's now just there, crouched in front of this this doorway. So the doorway itself looks like a porthole, but the best way to describe it would be as sphincter. It looks like an organic kind of twisted thing.
Again, if you've played Baldur's Gate, you know what I'm talking about.
Don't get it. I will. What I'll do is I'll crouch down. I assume I can crouch and still see over the deck to
Yep,
a degree.
it's just got a small lip there, health and
Yeah,
safety.
yeah. Health and safety, yeah. And then I'll just wait for the others. So I'm sort of covering in this direction, looking that way to cover them as they get closer.
Right. Now, I'm assuming Toxeros has more.
Can I say those rolls are hilarious? 31, 19, 19,
yeah.
19, 16.
So
Fine.
Toxeros would be picking this up before those carrions, if they can see anyone. So Brian and Toxeros, what are you doing?
I'm going to try and figure out this fucking thing to see if I can get this to work.
Okay, so you grab a ballista bolt, you put it on there, you try and for a second time try and work out how this works. Give me an Arcana check.
That's probably not going to do it. That's a 5 + 1.
Right. So what actually happens here? You fumble. So you don't really understand what the mechanism is doing, and because your understanding is so poor that you trigger the mechanism to misfire, dealing. Let me see. Where's my? Dealing 5 points of slashing damage.
To who?
Myself.
So basically, you put the thing on there, pull some levers, pull some twigs, and what happens is the whole thing just twangs off, and the ballista bolt just goes through your shoulder, grazes it a bit. So Toxeros, take 8 points of slashing damage.
You said 5.
No, sorry, 5. 8 is the same, right?
5.
Actually,
Actually,
no,
you
no,
suck
no,
so
no.
bad. Take 8.
No. Brian is within 10 feet of it.
No,
I
he's
need
on a
you
different floor.
No, but this is a ballista. It can just fire off into the floor below it. Anyone within 10 feet needs to roll for this. I have to actually choose between them. On a 1 and 2, it's Brian. On a... No, it's still you. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, what is your health at, just so I can get that sorted on here?
80.
Oof.
With a temporary hit point of 1. So 81 technically, but it's 80 plus 1.
Okay, so you fumbled that. Right, what is going on, Brian? Are you bonus actioning anything?
Sorry, Brian, did you say?
Well, are you going to use a bonus action to command Brian or do anything yourself?
Brian, I would like him to... I'd like him to keep an eye on JD's back. So basically, he watches the door.
Protect JD.
Protect JD.
Protect Summer. Right, keep Summer safe. Keep JD safe, that's what we're doing.
I do the exact same for DM.
Okay.
Keep JD safe.
Okay. Sorry, just 1 second. I'm doing things in the background. Okay. So as that thing twangs and misfires, this guy, who now needs to be on that layer because he's got a 21, this guy is going to pop out of the door.
But he missed his turn. Because we were at 19 and we go downwards. So, like, he has missed his turn. He's, like, last now.
He has now heard what's going on. He is now moving.
He's aware, but he can't move until his turn, surely.
No, he's,
Well, it kind of is his turn, because Toxie and the thing effectively had a surprise round.
They had a surprise round.
No, this is another round.
They had an actual round. He's heard them. Now he's moving. So just let's less metagaming and just go with it for a minute. Right, so that guy comes from there. Right. Okay. So what you see in front of you, and I'm just going to do this on the screen as well, you can go to a different layer. Actually, I'll just delete you. There you go. You see what looks like a small mind flayer. So it for all intents and purposes, it looks like a mind flayer. It's got tentacles, it's purple, it's wearing mind flayer garb. It's holding what looks like a gun. You might know what a pistol looks like, because JD has them. It's holding some sort of pistol. It's roughly the size of a gnome. And as it sees you...
The gnome has the stone.
Rather than telepathically communicating with you in its head, you hear it actually speak. And it sounds like complete nonsense because you don't speak gnomish. So it kind of goes... And he stops there.
Do I hear that from where I am?
No, you haven't moved. You're too far away.
Okay.
So that's a thing that happened. Now it's the Carrion Crawler's turn. As far as I'm aware, Glamorous hasn't moved. He's still stealthed. Captain Jax hasn't moved. He's still stealth. They would just continue doing what they're doing out the front near the tentacles. Captain Jax.
I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself at level 3.
Oh, I think that's the first time that's been cast. Do you want to explain it to the audience?
Yeah, I do. So I am basically casting... Let me just scroll my spells. I just thought this could be a good time to bring the bad boy out. Armor of Agathis is a protective magical force. I get a cup of water. I just pull a cup of water out of my pocket and I throw it on myself in the cold. And all the ice crystallizes around my armor and then just like tenses out. And a protective magical force surrounds me, manifesting as a spectral frost that covers me and my gear. I gain 5 per level, so 15 because I'm casting it at level 3, just like I do in Baldur's Gate all the time. 5 temporary hit, so 15 temporary hit points. If I get hit by a creature with a melee attack, with these hit points, they take the damage. So whatever my temporary hit points are, they take that in damage. So if they hit me now, they would take 15 points of cold damage, but obviously then my hit points would go down. So yeah, that's Armor of Agathis is on.
Right, total hit points are now
63 plus 15, so 78.
These are some big numbers, guys. Not like the squishy wizards in the other campaign.
Not like the other day. You know what I mean? We got some numbers, baby.
Right,
so I've
you've
cast
cast
that
that spell.
at level 3, and I've marked that off. And
You're still in a field of pass without trace, so you're good.
And I'm gonna move towards Toxie to just, I'll be like quietly moving in that direction. I will roll stealth if you want me to.
Yeah, because you're leaving the field.
So I leave the field. This is a normal roll. Fortunately, it's with advantage, so that 2 becomes a 21.
Okay. Again, the carrying critters, whatever they are, they don't really notice you. You're all just sneaking by as they're just
Do I
going
need
about
to
their day.
do I need to jump up?
Right. So first of all, you were about there,
Yes.
so you actually have to go down first. You can dash if you want.
Of course, it's
But,
not there. That's right. Yes.
30 feet to there.
I can't dash because
yeah.
I've used Armor of Agathis. So I will move in the direction of the ship quietly, and is that as far as I can get? Yeah.
Without dashing, yes.
Okay. Cool. Bonus action. I will. Yeah. I'll just sit around quietly counting my. I'll almost be like. I think I don't want to break stealth by speaking, but I imagine I'd be like just seeing what's going on, keeping my eye open. But that's me. Yeah, much like James, just kind of heading to that area and getting ready with my armor on.
Because we're either gonna do this so stealthily that the message goes and they don't even know the ship is fine, or we're gonna get fucked.
Right. Glamreus.
Left, right.
Our
Everywhere.
stealthiest stealth character. With a panther.
Yeah, so nobody's really attacked anything yet, so
You're like ninjas just creeping into the scene before everything kicks off.
all the things I was going to do would not be stealthy. So I'll
Also, can you roll me a d20 for that pass without trace?
Wow, this is little delay. This could affect everything.
It's a 9.
You're good.
I'm having a bicky.
So, let's do. Yeah, let's just follow what the other people are doing at the moment, then. So,
Thank you.
let's be
Thank you.
So, first of all, Panther has got a 50 feet of movement. So, if he's going around a little bit, then yeah.
Right, so he's re-rolling
I can't-
stealth. Are you moving
can't-
with him?
So yes, if you'll allow the fact he acts on my turn,
Yeah.
the
In
idea is
concert.
we'll move. Yeah, we'll move together. So yeah, he'll. I can't move him, by the way. I can move me.
That's because I pulled him off a different screen. Okay, so re-roll stealth then.
With a plus 10.
Or me, or
With a
him,
plus
or
10.
both.
Both.
Yeah, you should be able to do him.
Wait, did I get a +10 from my stealth earlier?
No, because you were out of the range.
Ha, believe it or not, there are 2 panthers in this campaign. There's the one you can move.
Yes, I can move that one. Right. So first of all, Panther has Dex +2. Stealth is Dex.
It was
isn't
Gaz
it?
that
Yeah.
cast the pass without trace, so it stays on him. If you move out of 30 feet, you've got to re-roll without it.
So Panther
17.
is 17, indeed.
As long as you're not rolling 1s and 2s, you're probably going to be okay.
And then I will move up and effectively dash to get 50 feet because I move really slowly.
As long as you don't roll 1s and 2s or misfire a fucking ballista, then you're okay.
Yeah. So my stealth is 19 plus 1. So
Plus 10.
10. So dirty 30.
You are definitely just, again,
Dirty
somehow
30 is the
I'm more
name of your porn movie, wasn't it?
just
Yeah,
silent
somehow
as
I'm
the night
more
guys are moving
stealthy
forward.
than the Panther. So yeah, Panther can just get next to JD, and I can just get behind it.
So JD, as you're up there, just crouching behind this just dark panther just jumps up and just pads down, silent as a cat.
Don't worry, with my bonus action, my cloak is billowing.
And I'd like to think at this point, we
billows
then,
in the
as we're all
Jaguar's
walking
face and
across,
it attacks you.
as things happen kind of simultaneously, as we're all sort of walking across and being stealthy, we hear this clang from above, and we're like, oh shit. And then we're, and that's back round. JD.
Right, so this takes us back round to JD.
Bonus action shillelagh.
Of course.
I was, if I didn't have to dash, I was going to hold a bonfire.
Of course you are. Gonna hold a bonfire just in case we need to get warm or cook some meat.
All you've heard so far is a clang, JD, because Toxeros got there first. Actually, no, he didn't. He did his surprise round, then you moved up, then the clang went off. So you would have heard the clang, and you would have heard some unintelligible speech.
Interesting.
Making me nervous.
Just so you know,
dice.
just so you know now, DM, I've got my poison pepper bullets in, given the nature of the situation. I only have 5, but I'm letting you know now so that we don't get into an argument later.
Okay.
I'm going to.
It's tricky, isn't it?
It is. Okay, I still got my backpack parachute. Great. For reasons. I guess I will. Am I still stealth, or do I need to roll again?
You are still stealthed.
Then can I jump up to the next level?
Yep.
Actually, you said it was 3 levels, right?
It's 20 feet up, and there are 3 levels. So the top level would be 45 feet above you, but with the ringer jump, you can definitely get to level 2. So the middle level.
Okay, I'll go to the middle level, sure.
Okay, so you jump up, landing on the edge, you'd be back there in the middle level. So again, you can see Toxeros fumbling with this ballista, a bolt just on the floor next to him, and this small gnome-sized mind flare. You've only seen one mind flare. They're about 7 foot tall, gangly and thin. This definitely looks a bit odd, and it seems to be attempting to talk with Toxeros. What you'd actually hear is it would switch from its sort of talking. It would switch to another language. Now, Captain Jax actually understands this language, but it's not Captain Jax's turn.
Do I hear it though at this point?
Yes, you hear it.
Okay.
So all you know
does
is
Azarage understand it?
I don't. Honestly, I don't know what languages he speaks. We're going to go with no for the time being. So there is a small gnome-shaped mind flayer attempting to talk to Toxeros. That's all you can see. You don't know whether he's saying, "Get off my ship before I kill you," or "Hello, would you like some muffins and crumpets?"
Definitely the second one.
Does it notice me considering I'm stealthed?
No, you jumped into the clear open. You'd see.
Then can I now use my action to dash and actually just jump another 20 feet up to the next deck?
Nice. Just like, whoop, hey, woohoo! Toxie, you got this. Poof, gone.
Right. So tell you what, I'll let you do that. Sure, why not? I think that actually breaks some of your jumping rules, but one over.
Well, I cast a jumping spell, which goes for my entire turn.
Yeah, I know there's just a limit to how much you can actually do, but yeah, because there's a maximum distance for jumping. But it's fine. I'm letting you do it.
Okay.
So you land. Right. Is there a description of that? Okay. Yeah, there is. And that's a short description. This deck is covered in frost. a pindle mount for a telescope is fastened near the exterior railing.
I assume it's pointing down.
And there is a door in front of you. But again, it looks like a circular sphincter made of flesh. But there is a door in front of you there.
You got a butt door.
I'll ask if Azurage senses anything behind the door.
Right, now I'm going to say you've moved 45 feet to get there, so that's going to be your movement.
Fair enough.
In terms of can he sense anything behind the door, it's going to be no.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I'll end my turn there.
But then again, he can't sense anything directly beneath you on the deck below you either.
Interesting. Lawful, baby. There's the sphincter door. Ew.
You had that way too ready. That's disturbing.
Okay.
I googled that.
Last night's dinner.
So, as we say there, it's the Mind Flayer's turn. We did that on the last turn. He's just talking to you, Toxeros. Brian and Toxeros. You don't have any clue what this person is saying to you. Oh, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Just penguin things.
So I literally just muted myself. Fuck off. So I'm going to swing this fucking great big ballista around and aim at the Mind Flayer.
Okay. Are you attempting to fire it or just to aim it?
No, I'm going to sit there and caress it. What do you think I'm going to do?
Well, yeah. Roll me an Arcana check.
Can you even rotate it?
Fuck my life. It's a 5 plus 1.
Right. Okay. JD is 1. You are 2. Brian is 3, and the Panth. I actually need a D6 because Clam's a bit close.
Surely I'm further back and I can't shoot backwards at
4,
me.
so that.
You can fire upwards. As you're above, effectively.
Okay, so as you swing it, you accidentally discharge the ballista, which goes down through the decking and hits the panther
Oh no!
for 10 points of slashing damage.
Oh!
What is the panther on?
It now
It's 4.
3.
There we go.
It's got 13, so yes, it's still up, but yeah, now it's down to 3.
Right, okay. Captain Jax.
And you hear a ow.
So hearing the
whatever
shooting.
noise
So what
panthers
did
make.
I hear the gnome mind flayers say?
Oh gosh, did you respond to our distress signal? Oh, this is very fascinating. Fascinating. Can you speak Gnomish? You don't look like you can understand me.
No, actually.
And he tries to shoot.
And then
him
he
shoots
changed
at
his
the
language,
party.
which I still understand.
Yeah, which is the other language.
And then he
It's
says the same thing
Do
again.
you speak Undercommon, perhaps? Do you speak? Do you understand me now?
So I'm like, at this point, I'm going to hop up to that floor. How easy
Right,
is it for me to
it's
get up there?
20 feet above you. I'm not sure as a bard you've got the strength to do that. You're also 5 foot down because you're still on the ground, so 25 feet above you.
Climb on the pam. Oh wait.
Oh, he's got options. It's just which one he takes.
Well, I'm just seeing if Armor of Agathis is concentration, and it doesn't appear to be.
Generally, armors aren't,
No. So I will probably cast...
because mage armor isn't either.
I will cast one of my many ability flying type spells. Levitate, I think, will get me up there, but I won't be able to control it. So I probably will just cast Fly on myself. Fuck me, I'm rinsing these spells today, boys. So I'm going to cast Fly on myself, and I want to fly up there. Like a fucking superhero. And I'll be like, as I go up there, I'll be like, I'll land next to Toxeros. I'll be like, Toxeros, these gnomes appear friendly. He's asking if we've come to rescue them. And that's my... I suppose I'll use that as my action. Bonus action. We'll have bonus action for that, because I'm not trying to do anything. And as my action...
Presumably, you cast fly.
I did. I cast Fly. There we go. So I cast Fly, bonus action speak, and I've got up there. That's my turn. Next. That's how you do a turn, guys. Boom.
Glamorous, you've seen Captain Jax just bolt up to the second floor, leaving you and an actual bolt kind of sticking out underneath the panther. At this point, you can't, unless you can understand Undercommon.
No. I've got no idea.
You'd have probably heard
So-
me describing it to Toxeros, though. Although I was probably being quiet.
Oh,
'cause
yes.
I didn't want to disturb the animals.
Yes, that's true. I heard you speak more. You weren't panicked because I'm at the moment. I'm slightly worried that Toxie. Well, I don't know even Toxie did it. I just know a bolt's come and attack my panther. Well, let's see. The panther has a climb speed of 40 feet. Can the panther climb up onto the top, the middle deck where everything's going on?
Give me an acrobatics check.
For the panther. Okay. 9 plus what's acrobatics? Dex. So plus 2, 11.
No, I don't think with 11 you'll be able to get up there.
Okay. Well, he tries to get up there and fails.
He's scratching on the ice.
It did. Well, he's also got a bolt sticking out his back.
True story.
Right. What are you trying to do?
What am I trying to do? Good question. That's something I can't cast because I've ran out of spells for that level. Don't seem to be killing anything at the moment. I'm going to go up to the sphincter near Brian and see if I can peek through it. Because although
Head through the sphincter.
Because although JD's seen inside it, I haven't. So
He did tell you, though.
yeah, I suppose. But I don't know. Do I know it was there? Maybe. I'm going to try and peek through it anyway. I'm not going to try and go in it. I'm just going to see. I mean, if it happens to open, it opens.
I like
Yep.
it.
Okay. Yep, so you stick your head in and you roll me a little bit of stealth to see if anyone can see your head. Or your eye. Or...
Yeah. Okie dokie. Stealth. 13.
Okay. Let me just bring those onto this layer.
How can you have pass without trace and roll so shit? 13 with a
Because-
plus 10.
Because I rolled terribly.
I know, you are so
obviously.
bad.
I do appear to be. Just this year, my rolls have been terrible.
Right, so what you see is obviously 3 mind flayer-like, small mind flayer-like creatures, which all seem to levitate up into the ceiling and disappear from sight. So those guys are just somewhere in the room for now. And what does happen is the 4th person in there starts moving quite purposefully in your direction. And we're going to put him on the turn order after you.
Cheers, ketchup freak Becky.
Okay.
What a name.
I love that name.
So, did looking through the door count as my action?
That's part of movement, to be honest. The doors... For you, you wouldn't be able to open them normally, but you could open them physically.
Right, okay. So, what I shall
By the way, that
do
is what is
then-
moving towards...
Lovely.
Glamorous.
I was going to say, so what I'm going to do, especially since it's its turn next...
Are you going to light a bonfire under it? Is that what you're going to do?
It's tempting.
Tempting.
No, maybe soon, but no. For now, I'm going to hold attacking it with my shillelagh, since I.
If it gets
actioned
into
it last
melee
time.
range.
Yeah. If it attacks me,
Okay.
or Brian, or
Because it might want to give you a
anything, yeah.
cuddle.
exactly,
Give me a
if it just
hug.
comes up and starts talking to
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
fine. But yeah, because there's obviously a door thingy in the way. So yeah, if it opens the door and attacks me, then I shall whack it with me rhythm stick.
Come on, guys.
Right.
do
It is
this.
immediately going to move across to the door and attack you.
Okay. There we go. Boom. You know, it means it's now time for a little bit of special music.
It's
Good
got
time to
no
end the
physical
session.
weapons. It just kind of
Pretty
does a
much.
Frankenstein-esque and just smacks you with one arm, smacks you with the other. There's a 22 and a 20. I'm assuming they both hit.
They will hit, yes.
That's
Right.
what you get for looking through the poop hole.
Don't look through poop holes, guys.
Right, so that is okay, and that is Right, that is 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Ouch.
And that is where that's going to end its turn. So I don't know whether
I
you
know
want to
you're
end the
going to hit it
session there
back.
with
He
what's
held,
going to happen.
he held
or we can
a
play
he held an action to attack it back.
it. Okay.
Shillelagh that motherfucker.
So, yes. So I had to hit it back with Shillelagh. I don't know if I want to try this die again. It's only given me 2 last time. Oh, that's better. 15 plus 8, 22.
23. Maths.
Yes. That
20, 23 is definitely going to hit. It's
I was
not
going to say,
wearing
I'm
any
hoping
armor at all.
weird flesh person gets hit. Probably even with the 15.
What if it's flesh of a dragon?
I need to
Dragon
ask, does Shillelagh count as a magical weapon?
I would say so because it was a staff that I cast a magic
Does it
spell on
specifically
it.
say that, though? It matters.
Well, it's a spell that I cast on a quarterstaff, so it's imbued with nature's power. You can use your spell casting ability instead of strength for the attack. So the fact
the
I'm
weapon
using...
also
the
becomes
weapon
magical.
becomes magical.
There
yes,
we
it does
go, guys. It
explicitly
always
say
says it. If
does.
it doesn't say it,
does,
then it
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
it. That's the thing. As much as you want it to be, if it don't say it, it ain't
immune
it.
to a non-magical attack.
But yes. I mean, I thought it would, but yeah, it was like 3rd paragraph down. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, 1d8 plus 5. 4 plus 5, 9 points of...
Bludgeoning. Magical
Yes,
bludgeoning.
I'd assume so.
It is not
yes,
bloody.
magical bludgeoning. Yes,
Magical bludgeoning.
it's not bloodied. I'm guessing it doesn't have blood. Maybe it does. Who knows?
Right. Does everyone want to keep going?
It's tough, isn't it? Because I feel. I mean, it's got past.
Because this is a point. It's either going to tip in one way or the other.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think we're fully in combat yet. I think that thing's attacked him, but I still think that we could end up in a situation where we could. I think we get one more round in and see what happens. See what Toxie does.
Just to check, DM, is the flesh column a fiend or undead?
I will bring this up, and
Construct, isn't it?
it is a construct. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it might be, revive undead.
Kind of
Yeah.
undead, but no, they're constructs. All that kind of stuff. All the anything with golem in the name is a construct.
Anyway, Jessica Dillon.
Come on, Jessica Dillon, you're up next. You're on the top floor. You don't know what's going on the bottom floor. You've heard us talking in the middle floor, but don't understand it. Although you did hear me say that you had probably heard me say to Toxie that it seems that this guy wants to be a friend and he's what we came here for. He had the emergency signal, but you've got your own poo door to look through.
Yeah, good point. He is pretty far away. Given how snowy and blizzardy out it is, I probably wouldn't really notice down there, all the way 2 floors below. So I'll look for the poop hole.
Okay.
open the poop hole?
Trying to stealthily open
Another
up the poop hole.
golem attacks you.
And then you get sucked into another dimension. You're gone.
What roll would you like?
It's just stealth.
I'm just
Stealth
gonna
or
roll
sleight of hand to
concentration.
try and open this.
I do not concentrate, so pass without a trace is gone.
That's
Right,
that trace is gone,
21.
guys. Didn't Shillelagh take that anyway? Is that concentration?
21
No,
is fine.
Shillelagh isn't.
Okay.
Right, let me just do a bit of revealing there. Is he on the right layer? No, he's not. Right, so as you open this, just a tiny crack, just big enough for your eye, you see what appears to be the bridge of this Nautiloid ship. Suspended from the ceilings of this high-domed chamber is a complex lattice of bioluminescent jellyfish that use glowing tips of their tentacles to form constellations. A high-backed chair with a short armrest capped with sparkly blue crystal orbs tilts up towards the display. A panel on the starboard wall lies open, exposing pulsating tendrils of flesh embedded with crystal shards. And
I'm worried about
Right.
the people who wrote this story.
so, because you've done this stealthily and no one's kicked off, what you actually see is a small gnome-like mind flayer, like the one on the floor below, but this one appears to be working on some pulsating tentacles that are just in a imagine they've taken a hatch off the wall to expose the innards of this ship.
It's kind of like
and they're
Star Trek.
working on that.
And that's Scott. He's
But
like,
everything is
I
pulsating.
don't understand why it's not working,
Goopy.
Captain.
Yeah, so that is what he's doing right now.
Interesting. And was that an
Probably more like
action?
void
No, that was
ships,
your
that's got
movement.
jetpacks.
That was my
Oh,
movement.
right, and Azarej will chip in. Right,
Okay.
let's pretend that Azarej is, you put your axe up to that and he's seen as well. Azarej will chip in and he will inform you that the source of the telepathic distress signal seems to be coming from the tentacles in this room.
Interesting.
Well, at least a pulsating tendril of flesh you can see in this room. Really aiming for that cliffhanger, aren't you guys?
Given the ship crashed, do the tentacles look bloodied?
The whole ship looks kind of damaged.
So if I was to shoot a bullet at the tentacles and poison one, would it poison all of them?
That's interesting because it's a bioorganic ship. You could try. You could certainly try.
I'll use my action to talk to Azarej real quick, and I'll say, because I'm sure he would know. Say, what's the best way of stopping this?
Stopping the signal or stopping the mind flayers?
I'll let him decide what he wants to interpret.
Oh, I feel like I should roll for something there. Azarej is going to side with violence, right?
Oh,
JD, I know I was conflicted about the goblins, but there are no good mind flayers.
Fucking. Do you know what I
Do
mean?
you know how they create?
Here's me on the middle
more
floor
of
trying to be
themselves?
nice.
That creature in there was probably once an innocent gnome infected by a mind flayer parasite, and through seromorphosis, his whole being ceased to be.
guy in the
Seromorphosis
middle
isn't.
floor
This is all in
talking.
6 seconds, by the way. Seromorphosis is not a gentle process. It's not like you become a mind flayer. It's more like a mind flayer sheds you as its skin.
like an
Your
ood.
bones break and your organs rearrange themselves.
Okay.
He's on the only good mind flayer is a dead mind flayer truck.
Okay, well, since that was my action, I will pass on to the next person.
Nice.
That is that's actually our mind flayer on the bottom there.
Nice. What's he gonna say to me?
Right. Well, he's just been attempted to be fired at. So.
Well, he pulled it
Right.
round and he just fired into the floor. He didn't know if he was shooting it at him, and then he saw me come up and talk.
Right. Okay. Because there was a hostile action, he is going to attempt to stun the pair of you. He
Okay.
casts Mind Blast, which emits magical enemy, seromorphotic magical enemy, in a 60-foot cone. Each creature that's there, the pair of you, must succeed a intelligence saving throw. So if you want to do that,
Is that me as well? Sorry.
that's the pair of you.
9.
The DC is 15.
Wow.
Nat 20.
Wow. So the person that can talk to them and reason is incapacitated, and the guy that's going to shoot him
Right.
is all right. Oh.
Well, you were trying to be nice, so you were caught off guard by their attack. Whereas,
He rolled quite low there, so you take 15 points of psychic damage.
Ouch. There goes all my temporary hit
That's
points.
rolling low.
So 15 points, so that takes you down to, what, 63? Oh,
Me,
13,
sorry?
that's definitely wrong. Right, Toxeros didn't actually take any, because he succeeded to saving throw. Captain Jax, you are stunned for 10 turns. You can repeat your saving throw each turn to try and break free. But you're effectively just standing there in place. You start talking to him, you just stopped.
I mean, at least he knows why he stopped. Because he did it, dude.
Now, Captain Jax, for what it's worth, you do hear him speak in Undercommon and say, stop attacking us. Chop! And he just beams this thing out and tries to freeze the pair of you. So you can tell he's trying to defend himself as least bad as he could. He is still holding what looks like a gun.
Could have just shot us, couldn't he? Rather than stunning me. That's it. That's this. It's all good.
Well, he has the
It's
attack
all,
called Extract
you just
Brain
wanted us
that
to
does
fight.
incredible
That's all I'm
amounts of
saying.
damage. Right. Toxiros. This is what your whole thing hinges on, I think.
Well, I mean, ultimately, the guy's attacked us, and you can't understand him. And I've
Toxiros,
said
you
he's a
heard what you
friend,
heard.
but
Your friend jumped, said he's a friend, has immediately been stunned.
Okay,
Oh crap! And also, Brian needs to attack a flesh golem.
yeah, that's fine. Do you want to do Brian first whilst I make a decision? Okay.
I mean, technically he doesn't have to, but I suspect Big Flesh Thing comes near him. He's probably gonna.
Let's resolve Brian first. Brian is there to protect, so let's do this.
So he has a multi-attack, 2 attacks, +7 each one.
2 attacks coming up. That's a 15 and a 16.
Yeah, they both hit.
Excellent. And what's the damage dice?
It is. Give me 1d10, 2d8s, and add 10 to that.
2 attacks.
You get multi-attack.
You rolled
So-
twice, though.
No, Toxiros
Yes.
rolled to hit twice. So he's hit once with a beak attack, once with a claw attack.
So
the
once
damage
D10,
dice for all of
once the
that-
2 to.
Oh, wow,
D10?
that's
It's all
some
that lot.
serious damage. Nice.
Yeah.
2d8s and a d10.
5 plus 5, which is 10, plus 4, which is 14, plus 10, which is 24.
So Brian does 24 points of
No
slashing and
fucking
piercing
around,
damage.
Brian.
Bit more than my little stick.
He's my boy.
I mean, he is like literally
That was a
3-4
good-
times the size of me.
That was a good capture, that. Right, okay, so that's a thing that happened. Right,
What are you doing, Toxie?
Toxiros has decided with his nat 20 to keep you on suspenders. No, okay. To spin that thing round and fire at that little bastard again.
Or attempt to.
You know, once you succeed, you should be able to keep firing it, but right now,
That's exactly my plan. Now,
DC 15 intelligence check.
I've
So
tried
Arcana.
twice. Do I have advantage because I'm now getting the idea of how it doesn't work?
I tell you what, I will knock
I like
two
it.
I will knock 2 off the DC because you've done some trial and error on it twice.
There we go.
So it's
2
DC 13 intelligence. Sorry, Arcana.
All right, so I've got an 11 plus
What's your
1
Arcana?
is 12.
Oh! That's one short.
So we'll knock that down to a DC 12 next time, but no,
But at least you don't shoot yourself this time.
you don't shoot yourself.
But
But it's very clear to the mind flayer that you're continuing to try and shoot him. You literally, you put a bolt on there, you point it in his direction, you're slapping like gears and buttons. You just like, fire, damn it, fire!
that's starting a chainsaw. Right, okay. So that's my action. Do I get a bonus action as well?
Yeah, if you want to use one.
Right, so I, as a bonus action, have... Oh, no, you can use as an action to end one effect on yourself that is causing you to be charmed or frightened. I'm wondering if I can use that on Captain Jax as well. Obviously, I've used my action, so I can't, but I'm just running this by you as a DM.
No, he's stunned.
Yes.
So it's not charmed or frightened. He's literally like someone's bludgeoned him up the head. He's enthralled anyway.
Right,
Well, that'd
yeah,
be
no.
charmed, but
Fuck it, no, that's fine, move on.
okay. Believe it or not, the carrion crawlers outside still haven't heard anything. This is all happening on the top level. Captain Jax, you can retry your saving throw.
Oh, here we go.
I'm pretty sure that ends your turn though.
Intelligence saving throw, yeah? Natural 20. Boom! That's another nat 20. It's because I got a nat 20, but can I use a bonus action to just try and calm the sitch?
It's only the end of your turn. That's it. That's it.
fishing for a little nat 20 bonus, you know what I mean? Come on, Leo. A little nat 20 bonus. Let me say.
Your turn to try this.
Son of a. So at least I'm not stunned anymore, and I look at everyone like, I'm alright now. All friends. But I can't say anything.
Clamorous.
Oh, yeah, something got to me. Right.
So
Okay.
you're shaking hands with a flesh golem.
Well,
Yeah.
if you tried not rolling a 5?
So Panther's going to come up and help as well. He doesn't have multi-attack, does he? No, he does not. Right. Okay. He's going to try and do a bite attack.
I will stop you right there and just say it's immune to that type of damage.
Saves a bit of hassle, doesn't it?
He's immune to non-magical piercing damage.
Right. Okay. Fine. I mean, it's sort of a magical toy, but no. Fine. Okay.
No, the thing runs up the magical toy. It just bites him.
Yeah,
It's kind of
I
like
know,
hanging off his arm,
yeah.
you know, like a cat. But again, it's just no damage. The guy's stitched together.
Chew toy. Right. And then I will hit him with my
Rhythm stick.
Rhythm stick.
You got like level 4. Oh,
Have we got a 1 to negate my 20?
Yeah.
Fuck me off.
Really
Fuck my
cannot
ass.
roll.
It's just, dude,
Right.
the t-shirt, remember? You started so strong.
Glam is actively conspiring against us
mate.
to bring the pot down to
Every
0.
time I've rolled a 20, or Aki's rolled a 20, he's rolled a 1.
as you attempt to bop this thing on its head, right? It literally just puts its hand out and just grabs it midair, twists it from your hand, and drops it on the floor in front of you.
And without much of a cliffhanger, that is the end of the session because it's getting.
Oh no,
late.
we'll stop it at the top of the round. That thing's gonna
That is
slam
top of the
attack
round,
twice.
Oh no, he's after.
It's
That's
got
right.
to attack. Yeah.
It's got 23 and a 16. Is the 16 gonna do it?
Man, AC
What? Sorry.
16 to hit?
17.
Okay,
So
so
16
one hit.
So yeah, no, it doesn't. No.
Right, so that does. That's 15 points of 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
15.
And that's with one hit.
Dokie.
Still
Well,
can't
it did
believe
twen-
I
it did
can't.
Blam
26
is
last
bloody.
time.
I
So.
still can't believe I cast
Yes, I
Armor
am.
of Agathis on myself for 15 temporary hit points that do damage, and he hit me with a fucking ranged attack for 15 points. It's like a most pointless spell ever. So annoyed.
Well, it'll be great
Oh,
when
I
you
know
try
what
to
I
chew on
should
your
have done.
brain.
No, it's
know
gone
what I
now. I've lost all 15. I have no temporary hit points. The spell has died. It's the first time I've used one of my coolest spells, and it was pointless. Guys, that's definitely the end for now. Unfortunately, we don't know when we're back. We're gonna get together and work something out. Maybe 3 weeks from now, because it turns out. So James, you can't make 4 weeks from now, or is it that you're gonna be late, or it's gonna be tough? What's the sense?
It's going to be, I'll be on a train to London.
Right, so you're traveling the night. Yeah, got you. So yeah, it's pretty much. We need to figure. We'll have to figure it out. We don't know when we're back. I'm hoping that in 2 weeks we're gonna do Alien, because we don't have a DM tithe. But I don't know who's free out of the other 3 of you. 2 weeks from now,
think I am.
I should be.
because I'm thinking of running a little mini Alien. There's a scenario. You have pre-built characters. I was gonna send you some paperwork and maybe get together for like an hour between now and then to just chat about the basic rules. It's really simple. But we'll get together, we'll decide that. So hopefully stay tuned, maybe 2 weeks from now, but we'll tell you about it next Friday anyway. And we'll let you know. We're back not this Friday, but next Friday is the next time you'll see any of us, I think. And I'm excited. I'm going to hand you over to Gaz now, because I have the socks about to come my way. He's going to do he's going to do all the rolls for our nat 20s and his ones.
Well, I'm not going to do the rolls. I'm going to get other people to, because yeah.
Because let's be honest,
I
you'd roll
shouldn't be
ones.
allowed to touch a dice anymore.
You are banned.
Ready for bed, babes?
Oh. He'll be back in 2 minutes, don't worry.
It's really cast guidance more often.
Can you cast it on his dice?
I was going to say, that's the problem. You can't use guidance on to hit, apparently. Right, it's
No.
finished doing the thing. Right, what the hell? Oh, we've had quite a lot of rolls. We've had 10 rolls this time.
We've had a fair few, haven't we?
But what you could do is
And the
conjure
pot's exactly where it was.
to conjure hundreds of badgers.
It's tempting. Actually, what I was really tempted to do was get lightning bolt down, so I could strike at people randomly on the deck. But I figured that would be a bit noisy and unstealthy to start with, and nobody was attacking anything. And
Oh, I see. You want to be inside before you do that.
now I'm being attacked by a fleshy thingy, so. Do winner. Right, we haven't actually started doing the rolls yet. We started talking about stuff.
All right, whenever you're ready.
So, yes, indeed. Toxie,
I'm not back anyway.
a D4, please.
D4I, Captain. It is a 1.
A 1
Of
is
course it is.
Trace.
Well done, Trace.
Next one, if you JD, a D6, please.
That is a 3.
3 is Freepy. And then next one is a D4, please, DM.
There we go. That's a 2.
2 is Trace again. And then, well...
She got told off by the bot earlier for nearly cheating. So I saw that.
Several people did. To be fair, I did screw up the bot earlier. I rolled 2 of the rolls in staff rather than in channel.
Nice.
So I can't really complain too much. Jax, do you want to roll a d6 before you go?
I do. Like a D6, like a D6 4.
4 on a d6 is... Wait, which one are we looking at? Roll 5. Pornocchio.
Oh, I have to go back there.
Yep. And next, Toxie, a d6 as well, please.
That would be a 5.
A 5 on the d6, number 6 is Eagle Point. And next, roll 6, is another... Wait, where are we? Oh, I just did roll 6, didn't I? Roll 7. But it's another d6 if you want, JD.
Yep. A 1.
1 is Trace. Roll 8. A d4, please, DM.
That is a 1.
1 is Trace again. After not getting any for a few sessions, she's really getting some today.
It's because she was first on the bat every time.
I was going to say, and that's what Azreg said. But Toxie, a d4, please.
D4I. That's a 3.
3 is Eagle Point. And then last one, I think, if I've read my list right, a d4, please, JD.
I therefore roll a 3.
3 is Eagle Point. So let me just do the thing and see. Yep, we got them all. So DJ
And the pot has increased by a total of $0.
0.
Thanks to Gaz.
Not just me. I only
rolled
did
1 D1, 1 nat 1, but then I think I rolled 3 or 4 nat 20s today.
Let's see. So Toxie got what? Oh, so yes, you got a win and a fail for the owlbear pulling you, but the animal handling. JD got a fail for stealth. Toxie got a win for Arcana. JD got a fail for recognizing the monster. Toxie got a win for stealth. I got a fail for concentration. Toxie got a win from stun. Jax got a win. And I got a fail. So I got 2 fails. JD got as many fails as I did.
In total over the campaign.
Yeah, but this session.
Yeah, you're bad luck, mate. Rubbing off.
Right,
Have to
guys.
buy your weighted dice.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's to do with the fact that I've got them all sat here, 20, and then I pick them up and drop them in the dice tower. I do wonder if there's some like randomness of the fact that the 20's up and the way it goes through the tower favors it. So
As a
maybe
programmer, you should know there's no such thing as random.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Or anti-random, effectively. So maybe I need to shake them more before I throw them. And
That's what I say.
then I get a 3.
I always
It's not
believe in
reference. He's
shaking.
talking about the dice, not women.
I always shake everything as
Sure,
much
we can
as possible.
engineer a solution
Oh,
to this.
you shake babies, not women.
Baby
Um,
women.
On that note, guys, thanks for tuning in this evening. We'll let you know when we're back. You can tune in next Friday to get the update. Hopefully 2 weeks from now, we'll be playing some Alien with guns and terror and fun. But in the meantime, don't forget, Sarge Sunday is back with his range of mayhem and madness, doing this Dungeons and Dragons stuff. We'll be around in the next few weeks, not least of which I think 3 weeks Sunday. So it's all going to happen. Guys, have yourselves a lovely evening. See you soon. And any other final messages?
Yeah, the real reason it's going to take weeks for us to come back is because we know there's a TPK coming.
I mean, the thing is, I actually think this fight's not that hard. I just think these guys seem really cool, little gnomish things that we could have had a little chat with, and I got stunned immediately. I was like, what are the chances? And on top,
But
I
you
was
weren't
like,
stunned again.
I'm the only one who wanted to talk, and I
You're
got
the only
stunned.
one who can talk. There's
And
a
I got
difference.
stunned, which is hilarious and annoying, but actually fun. But this, and then just to randomly throw it around as well. Armor of Agathis, 3rd level spell, and it just went in the first attack. I'm so angry. Right, love you all, guys. I'll see you soon, and
Bye,
good
have a
night.
good time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Dr. JD.